Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a car. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break scaring them. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trey put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break scaring them. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trey and Jalen on a peak in the pop. I mean, bruh, listen. Let me tell you what's crazy. Okay? Let me tell you what's crazy. What's crazy is this. How the Atlanta Hawks could come out in the first quarter, especially the first 8 minutes. How could you come out and cook like that to a point where you start the game off on a 14, you go on a 14-0 run? Well, basically, you go on a 14-2 run. At one point, you up 20-6. And then just self-implode. Within 12 minutes, within one quarter, the team just self-imploded, man.
Like, bro, to the Heat though, the Miami Heat don't even got nobody, man. I mean, they got Bam, but come on, man. Come on, man. We can't beat the Heat. I don't even know why he didn't play Moji. I don't know. Vic was cooking. Like, how can we get behind this? Hold up. Let me first say this, because I don't need nobody trying to think they got me in some gotcha moment. Don't get it messed up. It's still play hard, get better. But I thought that we was improving. I thought we could handle a team like the Heat. We came out in the first quarter, the first 8 minutes, and looked like we was gonna get this done. And another loss. Listen, man. I don't know how long y'all gonna support this bum coach, bro. I don't really know how y'all support this coach, man. Like, it's crazy to me that this dude has been here 3 years, and I mean, what type of improvement that you see in this team? Let me tell you what's about to happen. Everybody gonna come up here and say the same stuff we say every loss. What did the Heat shoot from 3 tonight? It had to be something crazy. They had to shoot close to 50% from 3 tonight. But y'all continue to allow this coach to, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. He been here 3 years. And can't nobody tell me no real improvement that you've seen team-wise. What's so sad is that we over here clowning Vegas for setting us at 35 wins. Where we at right now? What's our record right now? Where was your number 1 draft pick in the 4th quarter in clutch moments? Where was he at? Why he not playing the guy? You don't think he gave us, Richard said, would have gave us a good chance to win the game? Listen, man. Until we're not gonna win nothing with Quin Snyder, bro. You're not gonna win nothing. How much? I mean, you got people, half the fan base telling me Trey don't have enough help. Then you got the other half telling me he got help. Like, bro, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here, man? You can't sit here and say that we got man, never mind, bro. Never mind. I'm ready to get rid of coach. Get him out of here. Quin, I'm on Quin out. He may be a good guy, but I don't see no improvement. What improvements have y'all seen? What improvements have y'all seen? You another year as a playing team. Okay. You not gonna win. You another year, you're not gonna finish 500. I mean, what we doing here? Why y'all keep giving this guy? How many more guys does he need? How many? So listen. So y'all telling me Trey don't need help, but the coach need help. He need better players. Because if the coach need better players, that tells me that Trey Young need better players around him too. It's the same thing. So you can't hold that against Trey. Say Trey got help, but then you giving this coach a pass. Man, listen, man. I mean, listen, y'all can love Quinn all you want. We're just gonna sit here. We're gonna be talking this every night. Let me tell you what's about to happen. He gonna give us a little with this team. You're gonna get a little flash, but it's not gonna be nothing sustainable. It ain't gonna be nothing sustainable. Listen, man, y'all. Listen, it's the reason why this guy has been the #1 seed in the Western Conference and couldn't make it past the second round. It's a reason for that. It's a reason. Okay. Y'all can sit here, y'all can be like, it ain't the coach fault. It ain't Quinn fault. Man, listen. You know, like I know who's responsible. Okay. The coach's job is to what? Win games. That's his job. Okay. And he ain't winning. Like, let's be honest here, man. He not winning nothing. Come on. That's his job, right? Y'all be on every other coach if they not winning. If they not winning, y'all be on every other coach. But when it comes to this guy, and we ain't winning, bro, we can't even play 500 basketball. When was the last time we was 500? 2 years ago? But come on, man. And you could try to listen, you could say it's Trey Young's fault. You could say Trey turned the ball over too much. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Okay. Let me just put this out there so everybody understands where I stand. Okay. Because I think some people don't know where I stand. Okay. This is where I stand. Okay. I don't care who you blame. Coach, front office, Trey Young. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Okay, you want to say it's Trey Young's fault? Say it's his fault. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we're not winning. We're not winning. So who gonna take the heat? The best player and the coach. They gonna take the heat. Is Trey Young responsible? Yeah, he's responsible. He make the most money. He's supposed to be our best player. You gonna take some of the heat. I don't care if you blame Trey Young. I think some of y'all got me crazy. Think like I'm finna be like, it ain't Trey Young. I don't care if you blame him. Yeah, he need to stop turning the ball over. Yeah, he takes some ill-advised shots. Okay, bam. Everybody else does it in the league. Everybody takes silly shots. Okay. It is what it is. But guess what? Tell your coach to tell him stop doing it then. I don't get it. That's why I be on Quin Snyder, because it starts and stops at the coach. All the coach got to do is say, hey, don't do it. What was that? Why are you doing that? That's all the coach got to do. So y'all telling me the coach can't tell his player, hey, why are you taking ill-advised shots like that? The coach could just tell him, stop doing it, or I'm going to take you out. That's so why is Quin Snyder not responsible for nothing again? I don't understand. If you gonna blame the player, you have to blame the coach, because the coach is the boss. The coach is the one who set the tone. The coach is the one who enforces the rules. How can you blame all the players and get a coach a pass? I mean, the coach don't have no control. That's all I'm saying. But don't get it wrong. It's still play hard, get better, dog. I told y'all we not winning nothing. I told y'all we are developing players. That's what we doing. Okay? I know y'all want us to win 47 games. We not winning it again. You better hope we get to 41. You better hope we don't slip. Hey, you better hope we don't slip out that 7th spot and go to 8th. That's what you better hope. But I ain't gonna lie. I get upset when we lose games like this because as a fan, you want to see some progression. You see progression like in individual players, but we don't see it as a team. I mean, they gave us a good first like 8 minutes. Hey, them first 8 minutes, we look like we should be in the finals. And then it went all downhill after that. Woo! I mean, so what y'all want us to do? What y'all want the Hawks to do? What y'all want them to do? Okay. We're not gonna do nothing. Okay. It's gonna be the same stuff. I don't know why he didn't start Mo G. I don't even know. I don't think Mo G played. I don't know what happened with Mo G. Is he hurt? I don't know. But that's whatever they got going on in Atlanta and that front office and that coach. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I mean, I would like to know why you don't got your rookie, your number one overall pick on the floor in the 4th quarter in clutch moments. Why you wouldn't want him out there with that experience? But I mean, hey, play hard, get better, man. Play hard, get better. But like, let me tell y'all something. Come on, man. Y'all know I've been saying fire Quin since the day we hired him. So when y'all hear me say fire Quin, listen, I've been saying that since we hired him. So don't group me with the rest of them cats who now they getting tired of Quin. Listen, I didn't want him here from the jump because he not a winner. He ain't won nothing. As a coach, he ain't won nothing as a head coach. I'm just saying. I mean, look at the head coach we could have had. The dude you had a dude who took his team to the finals. And you had an opportunity to get him, but Kyle Corbin them think they so smart. I'm gonna go get this guy because he's a basketball savant. Bro, he ain't won nothing. You got a guy who been in finals. Y'all don't want to, and then some of y'all talk about y'all didn't want him to be the coach because he slept with the dude's wife. Like, are we what? Are we serious? Yeah, people was telling me that. We shouldn't get you Doka, because he slept with the man. I don't care. I don't care who he sleep with. Long as we winning. Okay? Long as we are winning. I'm going to tell you something. People be trying to tell me that the team that Quin Snyder had in Utah was worse than what we have now. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. They be trying to tell me that them Utah teams was so bad. No, Quin didn't have nothing to work with over there. Nah, bro. Not compared to us. He had I don't know why that just hit me right now. I don't know why that just hit me. No. No. No, we not good like them Utah teams, man. We barely we barely better than the Utah team right now. We mess around and go lose to them. Let me drop this link, man. Shoot. Here we go. Another loss. Another loss. I ain't gonna say nothing, no, man. Play hard, get better. Y'all better not let us drop to the AC because you know I'm gonna talk my shit. You know I'm gonna talk cash shit if we finish 8th, 10th. If we finish 8th, 10th, Y'all, I'm gonna do a whole show to let y'all know how my prediction was spot on the money. You know why? You know why? Because I know the Hawks. I know this organization, bro. I'm never wrong with these niggas, man. I know we not winning shit. Soon as the season started, I know we not winning nothing. I know the Hawks. I don't need no analytics when it come to these dudes. When it come to this right here, I don't need no analytics, bro. I know these niggas. Just show me the roster. Let me see the people. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Okay? It's just like y'all think we fit. Listen, we're not going. Let me shut up, bro. Let me shut up. But I'm gonna tell you like this, though. I'm gonna tell you like this. We should have got Udoka. I was team Udoka, okay? Because I don't care what you got going on. Long as you're not breaking the law where you go to jail, I don't care what you're doing. That ain't my business. We pay you to coach, okay? Now look at Houston. Look at Houston. Don't sit here and tell me listen, we was ahead of Houston. We started rebuilding before them. Correct me if I'm wrong. We had Trey Young when they still had James Harden. So we started our rebuild before them. Now look, they done lapped us. They just beat our ass the other night. Got that Jalen Green out there looking like Michael Jordan. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. I'm gonna tell you. You know why Udoka's successful, bro? You know why? Cause he a man, bro. He a man. Like, he don't put up with nonsense, bro. He don't put up with that politics stuff. He gonna play the nigga that's gonna help him win. I'm trying to tell you, man. Email Udoka. He a real nigga, bro. I'm just gonna say it. He a real ass nigga. Players can relate to that. Look what he getting out of Houston. Bro, a couple years ago, we just traded for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando for them cats when they were blowing it up. We got Clint Capella from them when they was blowing it up. And they done passed us. Look at the Pistons. They was the worst team in the league last year, dog. Bro, they better than us by like 10 games this year. What are we doing here? People tried to tell me we was better than the Pacers. I said, no, we not. It was Mikey. It was Mikey. No. We better than the I said, we not better than the Pacers. But I know what y'all gonna say. In order to save your coach, I know what you're gonna say. You know what you're gonna say? But Damon, we didn't have JJ. I don't care, dog. I don't care. They should be prepared for injuries. So what's gonna be the excuse next year? Oh, this dude got hurt. We can't win nothing. Come on, man. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, though, man. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Play hard, get better, man. Play hard, get better. Let's see what everybody got to say about tonight's disappointing loss, man. Disappointing loss. Just disappointed. Let's start with the homeboy Juan, man. What's good, Juan?
Bro, I'm laughing at Demar. I'm laughing at Demario. He talking about play hard at checker. Play hard. Eat butter. Play hard, pluck a bird feather. I don't know, man. You can say play hard, anything, double decker. You know what I mean? Bacon cheddar. I mean, I don't know, man. The Hawks are a conundrum, bro. They are a conundrum. I will say this, man. We didn't got toasted by two talented guards over the last two nights. Tyler Hill wrote 36 tonight, and then what's his name? Jalen Green 32 on what was it? Tuesday night. So we ain't got toasted by the shooting guard over the last two nights, man. They put up a smooth, look like a effortless 30+ point game against us, man.
Jalen Green had 32 and 11 boards.
Yeah, he had 32 and 11, and Tyler Hero hit like every single big shot out there, dog. So there's that.
Baby.
I don't know what the Hawks be doing on defense, bro. Like
Bro, they give up, bro. They shot like 50% from three.
55% from three. They shot better from three than they did from the field overall. Um, it's amazing to me that Quinn can't put this team in a good position every single night, and it also amazing to me that the players out there, man, like they just. It seems like they just clueless, bro. Like one of the things I noticed in the game, man, we don't use our centers effectively. Our centers are meant to handle the ball, and they're supposed to dribble to a guard on the outside wing, and they dribble the ball. They set like a pick and slip. They never take the ball to the hoop unless it's right there in the middle. Like just small little basketball nuances that bother me a little bit, man. We never get the ball to like Oyeka's like go make a play. You know what I mean? Or Barlow go make a play. They always dribble towards a guard to pick and slip. Um, I ain't gonna. I don't know what to say about Moji not playing. Could have used the defense. I don't know. It's when Murray said how many games we can win, was it Murray that said that how many games we can win, or who was it that said how many games we win? I don't even like. I ain't saying the Hawks can win no more games, man, because the Miami Heat have lost 11 out of their last 15 games, and they come and we go to Miami and they smoke us. I I, I ain't got no
I
words,
couldn't believe we
Demond.
was down 20.
Demond, the number of the night is 3 and 19. That's how many points we had at the 620 mark. That's how many points we had at the 620 mark. Going to the fourth quarter. That's all I got.
That's the homeboy Juan, man. Who we got next? What's good, Larry?
What's going on, man? Appreciate you letting me on the platform. Sorry day for today, man. Braves lost,
Yeah.
Hawks lost. Part of course for Atlanta sports, I guess. But guys, make sure you hit that like button as always for this great content. We got over 70 some people in the chat. Need to be 70 some likes right now, man.
Yeah,
Help
hit the
this
like
man right
button,
here.
gang. Hit the like button.
Yeah, we're trying to get the mon up to 2,000 and beyond. Let's go, man. Stop playing.
Yeah.
First of all, Dyson and Zach had a horrible game. Both of them was horrible. Like offense and defense. Both of them was just out there. And Zach particularly, their quickness on the outside when he switched, they were blowing by him like it was nothing. Regardless on what kind of offensive game, Trey had a good offensive game, but defensively, the points he gave up didn't nullify what he scored on offense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at the shots because he was the only one that could really make a shot. He shot 50% from the field, 50% from three. I got no problem with Trey Young and the shots he had. 12 assists, turnovers, the bad drives and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't like that. You jump and you don't have nowhere to go. It was 3 turnovers like that today. So, I talked about also on the stream, and I always talk about it. If Trey Young is just refused not to give the ball to anybody until the last second at the end of the half, really don't run a play. I'm saying those things infuriate me because the only time he gives the ball up is when he get trapped and he's about to step out of bounds. That's easier to guard. You got to get the ball out of your hands as soon as they start running at you to get the defense moving so you can get a easy shot, dunk, or a wide open 3. Okay. So those are the type of things that I can't stand with Trey, that he's in the 7th season, that he should know, or he should be getting coached up by the basketball offensive savant. You know what I'm saying? Get the goddamn on ball out of your hands quicker. So that way we can make more decisions. The reason why we don't get a ball to Yakakongu or Barlow to dribble, because they can't dribble. Every time they try to dribble, that's not on it. Like if they get the ball, they're at the top of the key. There's no pump fake and then drive to the basket. They got to be in motion. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be hitting them while they're cutting and then to dunk or alley-oop. They ain't creating nothing off the dribble. Stop. Give me that. Yakongu tried that and then dribbled off his feet out of bounds. So no. But yeah, great game by Beat Krejci. They started him and they paid dividends. He kind of got froze out in the second half. Actually, Dyson only took 1 shot in the second half. And that was a 3-pointer that he missed. Yeah, had 9 points at half and ended up with 9 points. Got 8 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? 3 assists, 2 steals, whatever. But yeah, I mean, he really didn't even take a shot, even try to be aggressive. I mean, Trey was hot, so Soon as Trey got the ball, he come across, pass it to him, and then in non-Trey minutes, Karras was taking most of the shots. So if you're giving up back-to-back 30 games, yeah, you had a bad game. And Zach, same. So yeah, that pretty much was it. Our wing defenders couldn't defend.
And that's the homeboy Larry. Let's go to John. What's good, John?
I'm gonna say this, and I've said it so many times. So many times. Until you have someone else that can score beside Trey Young is your only option. I'm sorry. That's it. You shut down Trey Young, you shut down Atlanta Hawks. I'm looking at the scoring from everyone else. The scoring just shows you. For all the things that everybody criticizes Trey Young for about the bad turnovers, the ill-advised shots, and I still don't know what an ill-advised shot is yet. Trey Young is your only option. Until that changes, these are the types of games you're going to get out of the Atlanta Hawks. My second point is I am so tired of the Atlanta Hawks getting bullied, pushed, hit, knocked all over the floor, and they're not doing that. The Hawks are not doing a damn thing with Bam Adebayo takes Barlow out with a doggone elbow to the neck. Okay? Tyler Hero doing his best Tatum imitation, sweeping people out the way. The turnovers that the Hawks experienced tonight, the lack of drives to the basket, and I echo Larry about what he was saying about the centers dribbling. Right when they dribble, they're constantly getting bumped, and they're getting bumped so hard that it's separating them from the ball. That's what the difference was between quarter one and quarter two. Hawks could not keep the ball because they were getting hit, separated from the ball, turnover, Miami going the other way. Now, when Miami comes up, they get the ball. We don't do that. We're not big enough. We don't have no chitlins. We don't have nothing. We just roll over and take it and don't say a word and then don't do anything. I would like to see one game out of these last however many games left where I see the Hawks knock the cinnamon toast snot out of somebody the whole freaking game. Miami would have been the perfect game to do it.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Oh no. See, I'm going down there. It might be the last game of the season, but I'm going down to State Farm Arena. Get prepared to see me on the news. Just get your VCRs out. Get or whatever it is that you record stuff on. Get it out, because I'm gonna be on the news.
Y'all heard it first, John. Gonna be on the news, man. Let's go to Kool-Aid, man. What's good, Kool-Aid?
Hey, what's up, man? Another day, another dollar. You gotta work a little harder. Hey, man, that's all they got going on, man. Just another day. Got to make another dollar. You got to work a little harder, man. These guys, man. Coach Quin, when you talking about trying to be a tough team, man, that comes from the coach. Coach got to coach around bad shooting. That comes from the coach. Coach got to know his players, play them at the right time. Some have it good, some have it bad days. Good coach around that. Good coach take a star and put the right kind of reins on them. You don't pull them too hard, but you don't let it go too loose. A good coach know how to get good players. He works with the manager and good players. I said day one I saw Coach Quin, I told analysts, bad move by Landry. This dude is not the one. And now, right back where we got to correct it again. And when you said those teams, okay, you know what Detroit did? When I was talking with my boy about, Trey Young causing coach to get fired. Yeah, the coaches that we have ain't no good. They ain't worthy to hold that position. Because you know what Detroit did? Detroit fired 2 coaches before they got this one that got them playing well. They fired what his name, who was the Suns coach. They fired him the next freaking year. Then they got rid of all them boys, Morning and all them guys, the number 2nd round draft pick, and they kept moving players around and drafting players till they got the right ones. They ain't trying to hold on nobody, and they ain't trying to hold on to no bad coach. You got a bad coach, get rid of him. He ain't got to stay here 2 years, 3 years. You see bad, he bad. You see a bad player, you went and drafted a bad player. Don't be trying to hold on to no Kobe Buffkins and no Mo G's and stuff like that. You know that, and you got the next year draft coming up. Go replace them. You just can't keep doing those things. Like I said, do what the championship team does and mimic what they do to win championships. LeBron, when I said LA don't stand on no coach, they keep moving coaches. They keep moving players till they get the right players. And that's all I got to say, man. I don't care. They play hard, get better. I ain't ready. This year we ain't gonna do nothing. Like I said, I just want to be entertained, man. And hey, get through this. I can't wait till this year over with, tell you the truth.
And that's the homeboy Kool-Aid, man. Let's go to Jay. What's good? What's good, Jay? Talk to me.
What it do, man? What it do? So I was at the game on Tuesday here in Houston. It was actually pretty cool. I sat right beside Bob and like right beside the press box, and actually it's behind Zach's dad. And I say that to say, like, you know, this tonight, it was very apparent Trey didn't give the effort we needed on defense. I'm not blaming him. I just thought that the defense effort tonight just wasn't there. Like when I watched him compete on Tuesday, he was really competing. And Jalen Green had 37 points, but that was more he got off when Dyson won in the game tonight. I think that he did a good job at just screening Hero off of Dyson and just attacking downhill. There was no shot blocker, so maybe, you know, we could have did better with Moji in the game, but you know, I didn't think Dyson was gonna, not Dyson. I didn't think having Zach in the game was gonna change it. He didn't really play that well. So I mean, look, it's a development year. I'm not disappointed. You know, I thought they could win up to 47 games before the start of the year. But even winning 36, 40 is an improvement considering.
Hold on. You didn't say they're gonna win up to. You said 47. Hold on. I'm just making sure, because let me say, I know how you and Matt is. Y'all choose y'all words very wisely. You didn't say. I know how you threw that.
I
up
said 47,
to.
I said 47 wins.
Okay, I just want to make sure now.
That was like me saying I can see a ceiling where we win 47 games, right? And even if we don't win 40, if we can just turn this, considering the moves we made this offseason and the context of the season, it's still a success. I mean, it's a development.
Wait, what's a success?
If we get in the playoffs to this roster, that's fine.
The playoffs?
Yeah, if we make the playoffs.
The play-in like we always do. How's that? I don't understand. Y'all changing y'all definition of success for some reason constantly changes.
Well,
how can you sit here? How can you sit here at the beginning of the season, look at this roster and say, I think we could win 47 games. I think we could do this. I think some of y'all was up here talking about, I think we're a 4th seed, a 5th seed. Okay. But then turn around and sit right now and say, you know what, man? if we just win 36, 37, that's good. When
Well,
Vegas
I-
came out and said, what did Vegas say? 35?
Vegas had us right at 30. So we're gonna exceed the
And
Vegas.
y'all was mad when Vegas said it, but now all of a sudden it's
It's
acceptable.
okay. We're still gonna exceed the Vegas total tomorrow. I mean, look, that's just the reality.
Come on,
Here's
man.
here's my thing. Like success is gonna it changes. I mean, look, everybody, if you had a
So
40,
what changed? I need to understand what changed, because you was a big 47 win guy. You was very confident along with Matt in this roster. Now,
Right.
what changed to make all of a sudden for you to sit here and say, you know what? If we just win 36, 37, man, I think it's a success. How?
well, considering we've lost our second best player for the year due to injury, considering right now we're playing with
You did that. Okay, you did that last year.
Well,
And
you lost your best player last year and you won 35 games. And you traded definitively your second best player in DeJounte Murray. You've lost the guy who you thought was the second best player, who was going to be your second best player in Jalen Johnson. You play, the stretch run without your true backup being in Nance, and it's looking like you're not going to have him to the playoffs. It's looking like we're not going to, like, these past couple of games, we definitely could have used Clint Capella just for the body, but he's not going to play the rest of the regular season. And I keep telling y'all, there's no difference outside of the additional play-in game, the additional home game. There's no difference between finishing the regular season 7-8. I've said that. I'm like, hey, look, I've accepted since the trade deadline. Once we lost 8 straight games and lost Jalen Johnson, and the Pistons ran away, I knew it was a race for 7. We've known that this is a race for 7th and 2-1 for the past 2 months. So my thing to you is, of course, the bar for success is going to change because the season is a living, breathing season. It's how it goes. Like, if y'all are still sitting here at this point having the same conversations, then y'all haven't understood this. Like, Demond, let's go back. The first 20 games, remember what I used to say, if we can just get 500, what I'm more concerned about is the habits we form. Because the habits are what's going to carry you through the next set of 20 games, to the next to the halfway point of the season, and then on. And the same things that we complained about in the first 20 games are the same bad habits the team has today. Every team is the same story for every team in our position. The bad habits form.
But you know what teams in opposition do? You know what they do? After about 3 years, you know what they do?
What?
They get a new coach. That's what they do.
You can get a new coach, but get
them out of here, man.
Look, it's a really bad look. Now, like, here's the thing: if you get another coach, Trey's been here 6 seasons, 7 seasons now. That would be his 4th coach. That would be his 4th coach in 7 years. I don't know how you expect to win with that type of turnover year over year. So, look, next year, if you want to fire Quinn, I'm cool with it. I don't have no problem if you don't get no results next year. But again, it's a bad precedent to now get his dude.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If he get knocked out in the play-in, he need to be fired. Point blank, period, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Stop giving this guy excuse after excuse. This is year 3 of this guy. And you still giving up 50% from 3 tonight, Jay.
Hey, man.
How many times we've been up here? And I'm sure everybody who's been on this panel in the chat has one time or another has said, why can't we defend the perimeter? That's the chances he's been here.
I'm gonna be real with you tonight. I can show you if I when I go back and watch this game, if I got access to the film, I can show you clearly how we gave up a lot of easy threes.
Well, maybe instead of you know what you need? You need to show it to Quin Snyder.
Well, I mean, but it was one guy in particular that died on screens tonight and was going under. I'm not putting no blame on him, but
it don't matter because we get scorched from 3 all the time, not just tonight. But let me move on though. Let me move on.
We'll take it into open form.
What up, Marion?
Man, disappointing. Disappointing.
Marion's so mad he ain't got his Hawks hat on tonight.
You right, man. I ain't got my Hawks hat on tonight. I'll put it on when we go into open forum, maybe. I don't know. I'm disappointed. Atlanta is going to learn about peeking in the bedrooms because I don't care what Ime Udoka was doing in his bedroom. The dude can coach. He was available. And we went to Costa Rica to get Quin off his vacation after he quit with the Utah Jazz because he didn't want to develop young players. What do we have? We got a team full of young players. And a basketball savant that don't know how to defend the perimeter. Tonight, Tyler Hero was 8 for 9 in the second half. That's all I got to say about that. He was 8 for 9 in the second half. The dude came down and hit layups. When he wasn't hitting layups, he was hitting threes. In the second half, he was 8 for 9. Your boy Bam didn't hit but one shot in the second half. Why not? Because they was getting all the points from Tyler Hero.
And Davion Mitchell was scorching us too.
Davion Mitchell only hit 2 3-pointers.
He only hit 2?
He only hit 2 in the second half. It looked like he hit a whole lot, but he only hit 2.
It felt like he hit
Highsmith only hit 2. It was Tyler Hero who was killing us, and we did absolutely nothing to stop him. We didn't try to double him. We did nothing. We stayed in our little 2-3 zone, and we just let it happen, and we did not defend the perimeter. And the basketball savant said, once again, this is going to win. And he said, I see Vid is hot. Let me take him out the game and cool him down because he's too hot. I think he wanted to lock us into the play-in. He wanted to make sure that we was locked in the play-in with no chance of getting to the playoffs. So he said, we're going to just take a couple of minutes to make sure we get locked in. Now, the truth of the matter is that the Heat are finding out who they are. I don't want to see the Heat in the playoffs because Spoelstra is a better coach than Quin. I don't want to see the Heat. They are figuring out who they are. They just beat Golden State by 30. They are figuring out who they are, and we sitting around here and we having an identity crisis because we don't know how to defend the perimeter, and we too busy worried about looking in the Udoka's bedroom to pick a good coach. So we go out and get a coach, as you say, who's never made it past the second round. I see Carlos say Curry didn't play. Curry didn't play against us either, but they had Jimmy Butler, and they got beat by 30-something. Miami figuring out who they are. They on a 3-game win streak. What are we? We on a 2-game losing streak, and Coach Quin is losing to better coaches. Next up, Doc Rivers. Do you think Coach Quin is a better coach than Doc Rivers? I don't know.
Well, you know I'm not a Quin fan anyway, so you don't want to ask me that.
Well, we'll find out on Sunday because Doc Rivers is next up, and this is just disappointing. This is disappointing. So disappointing I had to take my hat off. Hopefully we get it together. But us on the road with this mess of a defense, we're gonna have to see what we can do.
All righty. That's the homeboy Marion, man. Let's go hit up C Wonder, man. What's good, C Wonder?
Hey, y'all. Sorry I missed y'all's 2 last streams. I was doing church revival and stuff, you know. Jesus coming first, then the Hawks. I'm just sitting here and like, y'all are so dramatic, man.
Jesus
like,
don't like the Hawks.
Hey, he loves the Hawks. It's just y'all. He don't like Hawks fans.
No, on the 7th day, he cast the Atlanta Hawks out of heaven down to the fiery depths.
Y'all are tweaking. First of all, this ain't on Quin at all. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
You know, I need to get like a Captain Save a whole little thing. So when you come in here saving the coach, I can be like, I want to be saved. Cause you about to say, come on, save the coach, man. Come save the coach.
Okay, first things first. Okongwu, this is the biggest problem I tell Matt about Okongwu. He is not a threat shot blocker at all. Hero, most of the stuff he was going to the hole. Most of the stuff we would get, the kickouts was penetration in the paint because Okongwu wasn't blocking no shots. He wasn't contesting. Barlow was playing better than Okongwu in some stretches. Dyson and Zach were terrible offensively. I mean, they couldn't guard Hero worth a flip. They were getting blown by all the time. Zach, he had a good first quarter, and that was it. His first quarter, and that was it. He didn't do nothing at all for the rest of the game. The only people he really came out the ball was Veet Man, Levert, and Trey. Now,
why
Trey,
he take Veet out the game, man?
because you're gonna have to choose between whether it's gonna be Man, Levert, or Dyson. And at least with Dyson, you got some form of defense, but unfortunately, Dyson couldn't do anything. And you got to give Tyler Hero credit because he was hitting crazy shots, just like Trey was hitting crazy shots in the clutch. So it's like you just tip your hat in some cases. But you know, I wish Veet was out there, but you only have 5 spots in the floor, and you know, I would have preferred to have Veet out there besides Dyson myself. But I understand Quin's logic. But let me just say this about Trey. First, I got to criticize him. Jay's right. Defensively, he was just awful. It's not even, I mean, he has to get stronger because Mitchell was babying him several times. And they were hunting that matchup because they knew Mitchell could take Trey on off the dribble. If Trey is going to get where he needs to be, he has to be consistent on his closeouts. He can't be cheating on the screens. He has to get stronger so he can guard his man one-on-one. Because he got lost on so many screens, and that's what led to a lot of those open shots. And he got to. I love him, but I can't let him get him past. And some of these turnovers he made, I get him. He was trying to make the home run spot, and he was just off by a fraction. You got to get the ball out quicker than that. You can't be waiting till the last possible second to throw a pass. You gotta be preempt in that.
So why the coach don't say nothing?
Because he understands.
Correct me if I'm wrong, C1. Correct me if I'm wrong. The coach is in charge of the players, right?
Yes. However,
so if a player is consistently doing something that he shouldn't be doing that's hurting the team, shouldn't the coach say something?
Well, hold up. Trey has not consistently done this. It's been moments in games like this where it's been problematic, but it's nowhere near what it was when Nate was here. I believe Trey's gotten better under Quin defensively, but he's still not.
Listen, let's stop the cap. Let's stop the cap. We know he can't guard nobody. What do you mean he got better? He don't guard nobody.
Look at number one.
Who was he guarding tonight? Who was his assignment?
No, I'm saying tonight he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing, bro. He don't guard nobody. I need the coach know this.
Damon, first of all, that's a lie because we've seen him lock up folks before.
We've seen him lock up. Who did he lock up?
He locked up Mikal Bridges before. He locked up. I think
for a game, or you talking about a possession?
No. I'm giving you multiple examples here.
No. When I say lock up, I mean for the game, not for one possession.
Well, if you talk about that, then yeah, he hasn't locked up.
Yeah, he don't lock nobody up. My
but
thing
hang on, if that's the case,
coach ain't making something happen then.
We haven't seen Zach lock up people for a whole game. This time
I don't care, but if the coach, listen. I know you coming up here to defend the coach, okay?
Because you putting.
It's time to be honest. It's time to be honest,
bro.
It's time to be honest. You gonna sit here and watch us win 37 games, and really gonna be like, you know what, man? And his dude been here 3 years, and you really gonna be like, you know what, man? Hey, you know what? He trying real hard, and I see the progression, yes, bro. Come on, man.
Why? Because for 2.5, not even 2.5, 2.25 seasons, he's had multiple changes through this roster. He took over.
He has a say. He has a say on the roster.
Hang on, let me talk. The first time he came over here, he took a whole different team that in mid-season, not even mid-season, towards the end of the season, and then kind of limped it into the playoffs and still won games trying to figure it out. Next season,
you know what happened when Nate McMillan took over the middle of the season?
Yes, we lost, but
when we were 7 games under 500, you know what Nate McMillan did?
He went another person's system.
He went 27. He went 27 and 11
with another person's system. With another
that make it even better. He using somebody else stuff,
and
that didn't work. Didn't work. The dude used his own plays that didn't work. Another dude come in and say, "I'm gonna run your stuff better than you," and it worked. And y'all be upset about that. I don't understand that logic. That must be a young guy logic. I don't get it.
No,
listen, you know what? Y'all young guys, you know what's so crazy about y'all? Y'all are so busy worried about style and how you do it. People my age, you know what we care about? Results. I don't care how it get done.
You care about results. It's so funny you care about results because after he got rid of that system, he ran so well and did his own. We sucked. We were mid of mid.
How
in
many games
playoff-
did we win? How many games
were
did we win?
playing twice.
How many games
Okay,
did we win that year? How many
After
games
that,
did we?
twice?
Okay, that's cool. But guess what, C Wonder? If you gonna say that, you need to sit here and admit that under Quin Snyder, we haven't even had a 500 season.
Because there's many things going on.
No. Now you see when I say that you immediately go to an
You want to know
excuse.
why? Want to know the reason?
You immediately go to an
I give you
excuse.
facts. I'm not giving you excuses. I'm giving you
Yes,
facts.
you are. You give me an excuse.
I'm giving you facts. First of all, Nate didn't really have to deal with injuries the way Quinn has dealt with.
Oh my God!
Last twice,
Here
two
we go. Here we go.
that have been
Why
ridiculous.
is your coach under 500? C Wonder.
Because of injuries and because he's actually having to develop young guys. This is the first time really he's had to develop guys. Like I said,
Wait, y'all? No, it ain't. No, it's
Yes,
not.
it-
Y'all told me he developed Donovan Mitchell.
talking about what I mean by
You
young guys.
told me he helped develop Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Now this is his first time developing. No, it's not.
No, I'm talking about first time developing in this organization is what I meant to say. So
Oh my
him.
God,
That's what I
Here you
mean.
go. You sounded like Matt. You sounded
not-
like Matt.
Whatever. Y'all can say I'm mad all I want, but y'all.
Sounded like Matt.
I'm just gonna say this. It's
You don't care about results.
I do care about results. But the
Okay,
thing
what
that-
would it take for Quin Snyder to be replaced? What do we have to do?
if this team that's fully healthy next year is in the same spot, then yeah, I would entertain getting rid of him.
So if somebody get injured, he get another pass.
No, I'm saying if I said fully healthy. Fully healthy. Fully healthy. My thing is you guys want to talk about Ime Udoka and that. I love Ime Udoka. Okay, he was great. But I ain't letting no guy that has that kind of stand. Y'all want to talk about don't peek in the bedroom. Integrity matters to me.
And
Kyrie-
tell me your coach do cocaine right now.
He rehabbed it and gave up that life long
What
ago.
you talking about?
Don't start.
Your
Don't-
coach is a druggie. And you over here talking about some type of more. What is you crazy?
When was this last time? It was long
See,
ago.
you giving him. See, you.
Rehab.
See, you
This was
see, you
recent. Ime. This was recent.
You give. And listen, Ime
Recent.
didn't do nothing wrong. He was a single man.
Oh my gosh, man. Okay.
He was single.
This is why y'all are crazy.
He was single, so he didn't do nothing wrong. The girl violated.
Y'all crazy.
Ime didn't have no vows to follow.
Last time I checked, it takes two to do an affair. Two consenting people to do an affair. Last time I checked. Whether
No, it take two people. It take two married people to have an affair.
No,
One was married. One wasn't.
don't, because I'll preach a whole sermon right now.
You can't preach a sermon because he won't marry, so he ain't having no affair.
I'm so sorry. Did he also have he was with a relationship with somebody? That's an affair. When you were in a relationship with someone, he was
Boyfriend and girlfriend don't mean nothing.
That's still a committed relationship.
No, it's not. It ain't under no type of law or religion.
Oh
is
my,
it?
okay.
Is
All right.
it?
I'm
Is
not
it?
even gonna get into the technicals with
Man,
that. That is so
get
nonsensical.
Ime in here today. We would have been winning games, man. Let me go to Matt. Come on with your excuses. What's your excuses for tonight?
Oh my goodness. I mean,
Your
where do I
coach, bro,
start?
Quin Snyder is awful, bro.
Where do I start? So hold on. So first, I'm very
Awful. I thought we was going. I thought that. Hold. How many days left in the month, Matt?
3,
How many games we got left this month?
1.
Oh, I guess he's not gonna hit that big win 10 month, huh? Like
No,
you was
no.
telling me.
We. What are we in the last 10? In the last 12. We're like 9 and 3, right?
Hold up, man.
I think we're not.
Big.
I think we're 9 and 3.
This is what you told me. A big Quin month. You
It's
didn't
10
say
wins.
a big
Double digits.
win. You didn't
No.
say a big win. 10
It's
of the
10
last
wins.
12
No, it's 10 wins. The month. A big win month is 10 wins, and if we
In
win
a
on
month.
Sunday,
in a
yeah,
month.
and if we win on Sunday, that'll be 10 wins in a month.
In the month of March, we have not won 10 games.
No, we've won 9. And if we win, I'm pretty sure we won 9. I have to check that, but I'm
We
pretty
ain't
sure
won
we
no
won
9,
9.
bro.
So if we win
We
on
ain't won no
Sunday,
Hold up,
we
man.
won 8 or
Shout
9.
out to
One of the
homeboy
two.
Carlos. He say, Matt, you a
Tell Carlos to shut up. Okay, look. So all right. So first, I'm listening. I'm perplexed. Okay, because first, the opening 2 minutes you talked about the season, and you talked about Quinn and all the issues you have, but then you say play hard and get better. So it's like, are we developing or are we expecting wins from Quinn?
I'm not
Which one?
expecting
I thought
no
we were
wins.
developing.
I'm
Okay,
not
so if we're not
expecting no
expecting wins, Demond, if we're not expecting wins, we should. The word bad loss from Marion should never be espoused because, like, we're not trying to win. We're trying to develop.
As a fan, I'm supposed to root for us to lose.
No, not root for us to lose, but not care about the
when
outcome.
we lose a game where we was dominating in the first 8 minutes and we trick off the game and we fall behind.
Demond, you're not supposed to look at the box score at the end. You're supposed to look at the process of the game, not whether we won or lost.
How come Richard say one on the floor? Where's my development?
No, he's
why was Moji? Why did Moji not play?
I told you he was trash. I told you he was. And I like Moji when we drafted, but I told you he's trash.
Right, so he should be playing so he can develop.
No.
You just said, hold up. I'm not worried about the box score or the wins or loss. That's what you just told me.
But Demond, you got to be
about that.
But Demond, why is my guy passable
on the floor?
You got to be passable to make Demond. You got to be passable to make the floor. He's not even passable to make the floor.
Then why'd you give him a 4-year deal?
Because Demond,
why is he on the roster? Why is he not in College Park playing 25 minutes?
Demond, there is a video of Landry Fields out of his own mouth. It can't be misconstrued. It's what he said out of his own mouth. He said Moji was not supposed to touch the floor in a Hawks uniform his entire rookie contract. He was supposed to be developing.
So why is he on the floor?
Injuries. He said injuries is the reason that Moji touched the floor.
So what you're telling me?
That's what the man said. That's what the man with the plan said. Hold on, wait, Demond. That's one thing. Two, you want to talk about Ime Udoka? Okay, look, Ime cool, right? But last year, him and Quinn both missed the playoffs. Okay,
what was
this year? They both gonna be first round exits.
Didn't Quinn and Udoka just go head to head the other night?
I'm just saying, Quinn swept him last year. Y'all wasn't saying Udoka was better last year when Quinn was coaching around him.
I did.
When Quinn was coaching circles around him 2-0 last year.
I did.
Quinn, to me, the reason why I would take, and it's not like Quinn is like infinitely better than Udoka. They're somewhat close, but I would take Quinn over Udoka. Quinn
don't win when it matters.
I would take Quinn over Udoka because Lloyd Pierce and Nate, we just had back-to-back defensive coaches with those two, and the defense was still ass. Okay. It was still bottom 5 in the league.
Okay.
We get this offensive savant with Quinn, and this best defensive season.
We're worse.
Trey Young era. No, we're going to have worse. Demond, we're 1 win away from the entire win total last year with a veteran-led roster.
We are worse than we were under Nate McMillan.
Demond, this is the 4th youngest team in the league.
I don't care. You just sat right here and was trying to explain to me how Quin Snyder is better.
Right. Exactly.
But you will sit right here and say, I'd rather have Quin Snyder because he's an offensive guy. The last 2 coaches were defensive guys. I'm looking at the defensive guy and a proven playoff winner. In the NBA,
he didn't make the playoffs last year. Demond, he did not make the playoffs last year.
Hold on. He been to the finals as a head coach, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
With a veteran team.
He's a proven winner. He's a winner. His style, his coaching style.
No. Look.
At Houston. They just blew us out.
What? Hold on. What? Demond, you're not letting. So the story. Okay. So last year when he had a young roster, he was mid and he missed the playoffs. They went out, got some more veteran players, drafted a couple players, and they
had Van Fleet last year. What you talking about?
They went out and got some veteran players. They went out and drafted Amin Thompson, others, but I'm saying they're a veteran-led team. The veterans play a majority, or their best player or the second best player are 2 veterans. And Dylan Brooks and Van Fleet. Quin Snyder is not coaching a veteran roster.
Let me tell you something. He's coaching the
4th youngest roster in the league.
Let me tell you something. Because, see, I really follow the Hawks, okay? Let me tell you something. When Quin Snyder came here, he didn't take the job to come here and develop.
But
listen. We wasn't rebuilding when he came here. We was not rebuilding. Okay. So let's not act like let's not act like Quin Snyder came here to build his team up from the bottom.
But Demond, that's what. But
He
Demond,
is here because the front
Demond.
office, well, with the team he had, he didn't win. Then y'all told me we got to get players that fit his style. He been here he been here 2 whole off season.
2
we
years.
Still trying to get these players. Listen, man.
Yeah, Demond. How do I, Mike. What's his name? In Utah. Mike Malone in Utah. I mean, not Utah, Denver. Mike Malone in Denver was there 8 years before they sniffed the finals. Okay. Taylor Jenkins been in Memphis for 7 years. Okay. Brad Stevens was in. Taylor Jenkins got
Taylor
what?
Jenkins got to when Taylor Jenkins got there, when Malone got to Denver, they were starting from scratch.
But Demond, we're starting from scratch now.
But that's
and
not
what Art.
What I'm saying is,
I got you. He got drafted. Demond,
he did not come here to start from scratch.
I got you, Demond. I got you. He got
okay. So let's not try to change it. Like let's not try to.
That's where we are now.
Like he came here to rebuild our franchise. That's not what he was here for. He was here to win.
Yes, Demond, he was. But the job description changed when we got rid of DeJounte and got in a plethora of young players and future assets.
Okay, that's cool, but
the
guess
job
what?
Description changed.
I'm not going
to hold Quin Snyder to a job description that's 3 years old.
Well, he need to get up out of here then. I'm holding him accountable. He is the head coach. All these losses going on his record. This on his resume.
Demond, even said that. Demond, even the 20-something games below 500, whatever he is in Atlanta, he's still well over 100 games above 500. You know why?
But not with us. I don't care what he did in Utah.
It took him 3 years to win in Utah, but by the 4th year, which will be according to you next year.
No, it didn't. It didn't take him 3 years to win in Utah.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. Go back and look at his record his first 3 years. By his 4th year, that's when they had 3 50-win seasons, Demond.
Hold up.
Top 5 records on both.
No, he been in Utah for 8 years, right?
7.
He was in the playoffs 5 or 6.
Yeah. So the first 2 years,
it didn't take him 3 years to win in Utah.
The first 2 seasons were not good. Last year was his first full season. This year is his second full season. Next year, I'm expecting results.
He's been here 3 years, and let me tell you,
he has not been here 3 years. He's been here 2 years.
He's been here 3 years. Okay, well I'll give you this. He been here. He been here 2.5 years. Let me tell you something. You know what we got from this guy? You know what we got from this guy? Under 500. The worst defense in Atlanta Hawk history last year.
That's not true.
Okay.
Last year.
Let me tell you what else we got. We paying the guy $8 million and he under 500. He ain't won over.
Y'all need to get out of Quin. Y'all need to get out of Quin pockets.
He been here 3 years. We ain't finished 500 yet.
He has not been here 3 years.
Can't make the playoffs without going through the play-in. Last year he didn't even make the playoffs. Come on, man.
His best player also missed 35 games last year.
That's not my problem.
So
that's not my problem. Well, guess what? Well, guess what, man?
He's been here 2.5. Not even 2.5 years. He's been 2 years.
Well, guess what, man? Guess what? His best player ain't missed 36 games this year.
His second best player missed how many? 40.
Here we go with this.
So, Demond, next year.
Here we go with the excuses, bro.
No, Demond, next year I expect a better bench and Zach to be back. If we're still in the same spot next year, I'll entertain getting rid of Quin. But not
you
now.
You need to get rid of him now, bro.
We'll be foolish to get rid of him now, Demond.
No, you wouldn't. He not good. What improvement? Let me tell you something. The areas where we were not good at, he has not improved us in.
That's not true. That's not true.
Let me go from there.
All right, go ahead, but now I'll go after you.
It is true, man. It is true.
Demond, we were 24.
Awful defending the three. Listen, ever since he's been here, we've been awful defending the 3-point.
Hey, man, we're going to talk about this for like 20 more minutes.
This ain't just
I mean, for real, bro.
Demond, when he took over, Demond, when he was.
Can I get my
This ain't just this year. We've been everything we bad at this year. Everything we bad at this year, we was bad at last year.
That's not
true.
Awful,
man. We not good.
That's not true, Demond.
Can I go ahead and get mine off real quick?
I'm taking this time to eat some crab legs.
Let me go real quick.
I need a coach that know how to win, man. Go get Udoka.
Foot,
Udoka was mid last year, and he gonna be a first round exit this year. Go ahead, Foot.
He's been to the finals. Your boy ain't been past the second round.
It ain't working. Hey man, let me tell y'all something real quick, man.
Please.
One, this is you remember when I said something about inconsistency the other night, you kind of against it. This is what it is.
Bam.
But and to DeMond's point, Quin shouldn't be telling no 7-year veteran how to play. You know, I don't get the coach should tell this. Nah, that's BS. Also,
no, that ain't BS.
That ain't BS. So
you gonna tell me right now that the coach,
DeMond's on one right now.
Because it
don't make sense. Why you so emotional tonight,
niggas
man?
giving excuses for
DeMond is
niggas because he's scared to be a leader.
Can I get off?
You think?
Guess what? I thought don't we have a leader on the floor?
I bet they don't do that with Udoka.
Don't we have a leader on the floor? It ain't Udoka.
It don't matter. If I'm the coach, I don't care who my player is. You gonna play. You gonna play.
Jason Tatum did whatever he wanted under Udoka.
No, he don't. Jason Tatum do what that coach tell him what to do.
Y'all sitting here crashing out. Who do y'all think we were? First of all, I mean, we got 2, 3 G-League players getting a lot of PT.
He ain't going nowhere, DeMond.
Let me finish. You got 2 or 3 G-League players getting lots of PT. I mean, y'all expecting to win. I mean, 1 minute y'all said Trey ain't got no enough help, but
he don't.
Hold on, let me finish. Then you said he ain't got no help. Now y'all talking about the coach bad. Now y'all
no.
Let me tell y'all something.
I said the coach was bad from day one. I said the coach was bad from day one. Don't mix me up. Don't put me with the rest.
I know what you said.
I didn't want him day one.
Let me say this. All right, I'm not getting rid of Quin this year.
Neither am I.
You know, I'm not doing that.
Hey, guess what?
What lost us the game tonight? What lost us the game tonight is defense.
Yes.
Right. It's always.
And the coaches call defense.
I keep telling y'all.
The same defense that lost us the game the night before that.
Right.
Agree, Foot.
What we did this year, I told y'all.
I disagree.
I told y'all beginning this year, it's a wash for me. And this, I saw what was coming. I know what it was. We're going to share some salaries, which we did at the deadline, and we still rebuilding. So I'm giving it 2-3 years to get this lineup straight, right? I'm not worried. Y'all sitting here, when we win, y'all be throwing these confetti and all this. Oh, I love Quin, this and that and all this other stuff.
Never
we
lose.
Y'all come I hear referees.
Get them out of here.
I hear we can't put points on the board. I hear everything. Right, so let me get back to Trey Young real quick.
Yeah, you gonna do this?
I've been in ref form all week on home court. Y'all know. So let me get on Trey Young.
You Trey Young every day.
His effort is sport. It ain't even. I don't need him to stop nobody. Right. I need him to give effort. Stop going up on the screens. Right? Yes. Stop running around.
Go tell Cam Durant to get
everything, right? Just
go tell Cam Durant to get effort.
He don't have to give no defense. He don't have to get no steal. Just give effort.
Well, I mean,
last night you saw it when he went out before. The chemistry and energy was totally different. Right? It's been that way because I watch actual games. It's been that way. I ain't finished, man. It's been that way for last year and a half, right?
He's talking about defense, man. He ain't talking about no offense.
So y'all keep talking
about offense. A man can only do so much.
Right? We are not good.
A man can only do so much.
We are not good.
Got drafted to play defense.
First of all, let me get this rebuttal.
Body and ability to play defense.
Let me finish. Let me get this rebuttal. Let me get this rebuttal to Houston, Matt, because you sitting here trying to play in our face like we don't watch the NBA around here. All right. Houston Rockets only went out and got Steven Adams this offseason. They had Fred VanVleet. They had Dylan Brooks. They drafted Arthur Thomas last year. They drafted Reed Shepard this year. They have Tariq Eason, Alfred Sengun, Brooks, Van Fleet and Jalen Green within their offense. All right, they have a bunch of lottery picks. They have 3 veterans on their team. So for you to sit there and say they got all these vets
Who
is
play
false. All
majority of
right,
the minutes?
Steven
let me
Adams was on
They
the
finish.
play
team
Let
last
me
majority of the
finish.
minutes, Juan.
Let me finish. Let me
one.
finish.
Steven Adams was on the
Oh
team
my
Let,
last year.
God.
Let's
I
fact check
said they
that.
got him this past off season. All right,
They
they
got him
have
2
3.
years ago. The same year they
No,
got
they didn't.
Cooper.
They got.
No, they
I'm, I'm
did. They
sorry.
got
Who they
I'm
Steven
sorry.
start?
Adams this year.
Who they
I'm
start
They got
sorry.
backcourt,
Steven.
Juan?
Let me
Who
finish.
Juan? Is they
Now
starting
let
backcourt
Juan
young players or veterans? Juan.
let Juan finish. Golly, y'all.
You done, Matt? I'll sit there and let y'all bullshit and say
I'm
whatever I
just
need to
asking a
say every
question.
single
Is they
time.
starting backcourt a young group or an older group?
Let
That's it.
Are you done? All right.
Go ahead.
As I was saying, Steven Adams, my bad. They didn't get him last offseason. He was injured, and so they got him. All right. The point remains is Ime Udoka. Last year they ran off 8 straight wins. It was creeping up to get into the 10th and 9th seed to get into the play-ins. They barely missed it. They went 41-41. All right, with a very young team. All right. They come back this year. They almost 20 games over 500. Let me finish. You can throw your hands in the fit. I don't give a fuck. All right. They came back this year. They're now 20 games over 500. They benched Jalen Green earlier this year and last year because of his attitude and he wasn't playing winning basketball. All right, this alludes to what Damon was just saying right now about how Ime Udoka has the cojones to do something like that, and Quinn will not do that. All right, there is no reason that this team that we have right now cannot consistently give effort every night. There is no reason why we should be having rookie mistakes by veteran players that's been playing for the last couple of years. All right. I understand that shots are not gonna go in. I understand that we not have good shooters on the team. I understand that. But effort is something that every single one of these young men can give every single night. All right. We do not play consistently as a team on offense or defense every from night in and night out. All right, it's very evident. All right, and when we look at teams across the NBA, you look at the OKC's a bunch of lottery picks. You look at Houston, a bunch of lottery picks, and how they built their team up. But they have the right coaching in place. All right, I will take Ime Udoka and his style of coaching over Quinn right now, and I guarantee you, even through the injuries, we will have a better looking team overall, and the effort would be there on the defensive end because he will pull your ass and bench you if you do not play his style of basketball. Now you may go on and say what you need to say.
All right, Juan. So last year, throughout all what you said, last year they were mid. Okay, with Udoka standing over the sideline, calling LeBron James a bitch and all this stuff that he do, they were mid. Okay, with a young team, they were mid. This year, we're in position with a young team to be mid. So for Quinn to not be this tough intimidator guy on the sideline, he's about to get the same exact results Udoka got last year. Okay, without his second best player, Udoka had his first, second, and third best player a majority of last
They
year.
went 500.
Exactly, it went 500 with a young team. Quinn about to go
We ain't
5.
went 500 in 2
He's
years,
about to
but
go
go
5.
ahead.
It appears he's about to go
I
500 with an
disagree with that,
equally
man.
young team. So
There's a
next
lot
year,
of incorrect things you said though.
Quinn can't coach. Quinn is not allowed to coach. He can't coach like Udoka.
I'm gonna be real with you.
And that's all it is. He ain't on Udoka. Let's keep it 100. Quinn ain't on
I
Udoka.
want to correct
Quinn, that's not Quinn's coaching style. So
Yes,
I'm telling you what's happening with.
But it's a really
the
bad
front office
narrative.
have a lot to do with
This
this.
is a really bad
Udoka
narrative.
come in and demand the respect. That's the difference.
Well, but here's the thing though. When Juan goes and talks about they bench Jalen Green, look, I live in Houston. Okay, I follow the Rockets.
I live in Houston. I live in Dallas. I mean, College
Let me
Station.
tell you the truth about Jalen Green. The Houston Rockets have been trying to move off of Jalen Green now for 2 different seasons. They gave him a very small extension, and they have other options that they can go to outside of Jalen Green. So, of course, if Ime Udoka wants to bench Jalen Green and sit him on there, he has the support of the front office. It's not his job if he benches him or not because they don't really want him here anyway. And he's forcing
Jalen Green has been going off, but carry on.
but now Jalen Green's play is forcing them to keep him here. But keep in mind, they gave Jalen Green a 2-year +1 contract to make it easier to trade him. And they have tried options like Alperen Sengun's as
So bring him to
one
Atlanta.
guy.
I'll take him.
But I'm just letting you know, with Trey Young here in Atlanta, it's a little bit different because there's not another guy like a Sengun or a Jabari Smith that you can go and throw in there. And at the end of the day, like Foot said, you shouldn't be having to tell a 7-year player how to play damn basketball. And
Jay,
the other part about it is it's the fucking NBA. Y'all kill me with these narratives. Like, it's the NBA. This isn't college. This isn't high school. If you don't get along with the star player, if you start getting into it as a coach with your star player, you get fired.
That's what
Period.
it is.
they are
Period.
6th in perimeter defense in the NBA.
Who?
Houston.
But what does that have to do with what I
It
just
has to
Hey,
do
I'm
that they
gonna
play a
post
style
something
of
from Byron
basketball.
Scott
What
in the
does
interview
that
with
have to
Byron
do with
Scott
why
on
you
court.
get
I
China
want y'all to
over?
go watch it so y'all understand how this
Juan, what
goes.
were they last year, Juan?
What
were
did
they
that
last
have
year,
to do
Juan?
with anything I just said?
What
One,
was
them
their
being
defensive?
6th in
What was their
perimeter
defensive
I don't
defense.
statistics
give a
last year?
flying fuck what they were last year. I'm
No,
talking
but
about
they
this
had
year.
the same young roster we have now. It's if you want to make that comparison, you got to do the whole way through. You can't only suit it in
I
your
don't
narrative.
care where they were at last year because they hit
No, they
500.
had the same
Have
youth
we hit
roster
500 in
we
the
have
last
this
2 years?
year.
Have we hit
I'm
500 in the
Hey,
last 2 years?
let's do this.
I'm
Let's
just
Juan,
saying
you
it's
can't.
not
Juan, you
give
can't
some
apples to
other
use the
folks a
apples.
narrative.
chance
You
to
can't use
talk
the
too,
narrative
man.
only when it suits you.
Let's give some other folks a chance to talk.
I'm just
Larry, I
saying
know
it's
you
not
had your
apples to
hand in. I think Mary, you raised yours, didn't
apples.
See Wonder.
you?
All
Okay,
right.
go ahead, Larry.
I'm after Marion.
Yeah, the whole thing about giving effort on defense consistently, and playing smart, you can lay that at the feet of a 7-year player who should do that. But I also believe that a coach has to be the adult out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, well, they've been in the league for 7 years, but they ain't even reached 30 yet, man. Most of these guys stuck in their ways, and once they learn bad habits, they still do them. If you got a good coach, he's supposed to be teaching these bad habits he caught from Lloyd and so-called caught from Nate, from what you guys were saying. But what I want to bring up is we keep giving excuses about guys being hurt. We understand that. I want to ask everybody on the panel, since some people on this panel thought we were going to win 47 games, do y'all really think that Jalen Johnson is worth 10 games? Because right now we're at 35 wins.
Yes.
Do y'all think Jalen Johnson is worth 10 wins?
Yeah.
That's a really
No.
hard
Start
thing to
around in a
answer.
circle. Foot, do you think Jalen Johnson is worth 10 more wins this season?
No. Let me say this. Him on this particular team is not worth extra 10 wins. Let me say that. It's not. I'm not putting it solely on him. So this team with him on it is not worth 10 more wins.
Because this is the reason why I asked, because this is the second year in a row that he's missed significant time. So we're saying, hey, we're missing Jalen. We were missing him last season. Okay. So this is why I'm asking you guys this. Because we got to get a consensus. Do we feel like JJ is worth 10 wins to this team or not? Because this is the second time that he's been out for significant time at the end of the season. And his extension is going into next year. Okay. So those are the type of things I'm thinking about, because this is the second time that we have been missing him. You know what I'm saying? Now we're saying we rebuild it, because I don't think we're in this whole rebuild stage. If Jalen Johnson, I think that button got switched on as soon as Jalen Johnson was out for the season, in my opinion. It wasn't like that when we started the season. Anybody think we coming in? Foot, we were not rebuilding at the beginning of the season, brother. We wasn't. And when JJ got hurt, that's when they flipped that switch. That's when they started talking about. That's when I'm talking about when the organization started talking about openly saying, "Hey, we're trying to develop our young players." They never came in the
They started the
preseason.
year off with that.
They never came in the preseason.
They said that in training camp, Larry.
It's
No,
a video
man,
where Landry Fields is with Quin Snyder at the practice facility. They saying we're going to start off slow. We want to get better every week, and there's a certain plateau we want to get to by the trade deadline.
It definitely was a development season from day one.
Not for the fourth. No, man.
They said it in training camp.
They definitely said that multiple times.
Right.
They
So,
said that during the
again,
press conference when they announced the DeJounte trade.
Do you think that Jalen Johnson is worth 10 wins? Yes or no, Matt?
it's not just Jalen, it's also Larry Nance. But I would
Do
say
you
yes.
think that Jalen Johnson is worth? He's the you kept going back to. We're missing our second best player.
Yes,
That's why you comparing saying that Ime Udoka
yes.
is not better than Quinn because Quinn don't have his second best player. Last year he didn't have his first best player and the second best player. So that's what you were saying. So if that is the case, is Jalen Johnson worth 10 wins?
Yes,
That's all you have to you don't have to expound on it or not. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 1.
7 for me. Not
so
10.
That's no. All right.
No.
7, not 10. All right, Marion.
Definitely, yes.
10. Okay.
10.
John.
Glad I get to say something. Hell no.
Tell again, John.
Oh my God.
Hey, go ahead and do that burn sound, Larry.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
C Wonder.
Hang on, give me a minute. Heck yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I ain't saying no heck. Don't follow behind me talking about no heck.
Pastor, I can't say the other word.
Kool-Aid.
Get a heck yeah.
My turn.
Is Jalen
Hey,
Johnson
man, let me
worth
tell you
10?
something.
No, Kool-Aid. Answer his question.
I'm finna answer the question, man. Let me answer the question. I'm finna answer the question.
Go ahead. You know I have to calm you down.
Nah, I think it's gonna be a quick answer. Hey, look, but it's gonna be 3 words though. Okay.
You already said 4.
Coach Quinn, that's 2 words. Can't win.
That wasn't the question. All right, go Jay. Go Jay. Go Jay.
So the answer is no. Coach Quinn can't win. I don't care what you got. Coach Quinn can't win.
Go ahead, Jay.
Bars. All right.
The answer is no. The answer is no. He's not worth 10 wins.
Okay.
Or he's not adding 10 wins. Let me say that to the season.
It's a combination of JJ and Quinn worth 10. I mean, we can do that all day, guys.
There's another question.
No, it's not another question. The reason why I say that is because Matt always talk about a 10-win.
Let him finish, Matt.
Because earlier Matt was talking about a 10-win month, a big Quinn month. You know what I'm saying? So again, we understand that JJ not being on his team definitely hurts his team. I'm not saying it doesn't. What I'm saying is that do we have a coach that we could definitively say he outcoaches everybody he play, or at least 75% of the league? I can't say that.
Is that another question?
I mean,
I'm just saying it on me. Everybody else can open up after that. I just want to know that because we are talking about a coach who got his team to 500. You're saying mid. We can't even reach mid with Quinn yet. So what are we? If they were mid and now they're top 2 in the West, we have seen several teams be way behind us and pass us. What Damon was talking about. Detroit Pistons, the Houston Rockets. We have teams that literally started rebuilding 4 years after we got Trey Young, and they have passed us.
That's no context in that statement.
Hold on, Matt. So who next? You finished?
Look, Quinn's not going to get fired. If Quinn gets fired, Trey Young is out of here. Trey Young loves Quinn, and Trey Young is not going to take the responsibility of another coach getting fired on his watch. Even though he actually loved this coach, he would never tell them to fire this coach.
No.
But
I wonder why.
No,
because the offensively, he don't say nothing. He don't say nothing to the ref. He don't say nothing to Quinn. He don't say nothing to nobody. He just go run my system. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and look, a coach is also supposed to be the adult on the court. Foot says that he don't believe that you should have to tell people that's 7 years of super vets like that how to play basketball. I agree a little bit, but I also disagree. I also agree and disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because some players just dumb IQ. Some players are dumb IQ, man.
Well, those players don't
They
make
could
it.
be they could be highly talented, but if Trey Young don't have any defensive IQ and he don't, then there's things you have to repeat over and over and over again, or they're not gonna get it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Ain't no coasting going in when people learn bad habits when they come in the league. Even Lon Kruger said, "Man, I wish I would have taught Trey how to work off the ball when he was here."
Who?
Lon Kruger was his coach in Oklahoma. Lon Kruger said, "I wish I would have." There's one thing that I wish.
Yeah, that's what I
do.
thought. Lon Kruger name don't even need to be mentioned around here.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Let's run one.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like those fundamentals and things like that are taught as a coach.
Hey, Marion, you remember it? You remember? Let's run one.
Look, I don't know, man. I look at coaching different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on.
And I respect your opinion, Foot, because you are a basketball coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. When I see people
I don't even do that to no damn high schoolers.
Okay, well, I mean, look, everybody got their own thing. My thing is like this. If I see somebody doing low IQ stuff, it's going to irritate the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? As a teammate. That's why I couldn't be a coach. Because as a teammate, it infuriates me, man.
Well,
I get into fist fights with my teammates doing dumb stuff, man.
Hold on, man. We're going to let C1 go there.
No, I'm done. Go ahead,
Marion first. Marion is
Marion. Go ahead, Marion.
Go ahead, Marion.
All right.
Who next after C1?
C1. All right. Got a few things.
I'll go after C1. Yeah. Matt, were you gonna go after C1?
Come on, John. We got you. Come on. Go ahead, man. We'll get it straight.
Here's what I gotta say, and this is going back to Larry's question. The reason I think Jalen is going to give us 10 games. Number one, 19, 10, and 5. And the most important part of that is the 10. The 10 rebounds. The 10 rebounds we're missing. We're giving up offensive rebounds. They're taking 3 and 4 shots during their possessions. I think that 19, 10, and 5 would make a big difference. We have suddenly forgot how we ran through the season tournament. We have suddenly forgot how we beat the best teams in the East when Jalen was with us. We've suddenly forgot all of that. So
who's the coach's name here?
Just come down to something else. But the 19, 10, and 5, right now we have a problem at power forward, both offensively and defensively. If you've been paying attention, on offense, we're getting 6 and 7 points from power forward position. On defense, that's one of our weak links. We're not getting the rebounds. We got poor rebounders at the power forward position. 19, 10, and 5 would help fix that. Now, the second thing that I got to mention, you say that a coach shouldn't have to train or retrain a 7-year player. We have suddenly forgot who Phil Jackson is. When Phil Jackson got to Chicago, Michael Jordan was playing point guard. He was up there playing point guard because he had been playing under the little short Collins.
Doug Collins.
He had been playing under Doug Collins. Phil Jackson retrained him to play in the triangle, and it was forced him to play in the triangle and forced him to learn the triangle. Not just him. When Phil Jackson got to the Los Angeles Lakers, he had to train Shaq how to play in the triangle, and he had to train Kobe how to play in the triangle. They called Kobe Showboat. Why? Because Kobe would showboat. He had to stop Kobe from doing all that showboating. Remember, if you will, he would bench Kobe and put in Jordan and let him play. Eddie Jordan. What is his name? What was his name? The other dude that they sent off to Miami.
Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones, man. He was an all-star the previous year.
He would put in Eddie Jones every time Kobe started showboating until they traded him to Miami. So he had to retrain Kobe. He had to retrain Shaq. Chuck Daly. Chuck Daly had to retrain Isaiah Thomas. How have we forgotten what a coach is supposed to do? We just think a coach is supposed to just sit back and let it go under cruise control. It doesn't work that way.
Thank
doesn't
you.
work that way. If they're not playing your game, you do like Emi Udoka is doing, and you bench them until they learn, until they play your way. If Trey is messing up, put Trey on the bench. Let him come off the bench a couple of times. He'll figure it out. But we sit here and we give him passes because he's a basketball savant. He's a player's coach. All the players like playing for him. He has his favorites. He's going to put the vets in. He's not going to play the rookies. He's not going to develop anybody. And that's not what we really need. But on to another thing. Last thing. My last thing. Even when you're in a losing season, you have what you call winnable games. So you're saying that we're crashing out because we lost the game. We're crashing out because we've lost some winnable games. We've lost some winnable games because we made some boneheaded mistakes. I'm sure when you sat down and you looked at the calendar, you said Miami should be a winnable game. And starting off, it looked like a winnable game. The problem is we made some boneheaded mistakes and we didn't do anything to adjust for the mistakes we made. We left the perimeter open like we always do. We always leave the perimeter open. And you can't blame that on just one person. When we didn't leave the perimeter open, I saw Tyler Hero take over the second half. Really didn't nobody else score but Tyler Hero in the second half. 8 for 9. He was unstoppable in the second half. It was one play. He was out of the three-point line, time going down. He shot it over a Kongwu. Nothing but net.
Yeah.
We don't want to see this team in the play-in or the playoffs.
No.
Not until we learn how to win winnable games. Don't you see one?
Great points, man.
Y'all keep making these non-apples to apples comparisons with these other coaches, man. You can bench Kobe Bryant when he's 18 years old, and you got Shaquille O'Neal and an All-Star in front of him. You can bench Isaiah Thomas when you have a Joe Dumars next to him. You cannot bench Trey Young because if you don't put him in the game and you lose the game because you have no other scoring or offensive option, you get fired.
Could have fooled me against Houston.
These aren't apples to apples things. Like,
Jay, why they keep making comebacks when
Wait a
Trey
minute,
on the
who's
bench?
supposed to be going next?
Let me finish.
But my bad, Jay.
I'm just telling y'all, it just doesn't work. Like, these scenarios would be great in theory if you had somebody else.
He right now.
Like, it's just
Jay Wonder is correctly. I mean, Jay is correctly right.
Finish.
It's just not apples to apples. Like, I was at the game Wednesday, and I noticed when we came back in the game, I saw how Dyson Daniels was running the offense. I said, well, dang, it's 8 minutes left. You know, I would try to bring Trey back in at the 5-minute mark. But unfortunately, you know, they start making shots again. But it was just like, let's say if Dyson Daniels every night was playing point guard like he did in Houston, where he's flirting with a triple-double and doing everything, you could get away with benching Trey for longer stretches to show him a lesson. But you don't have that. And when you don't,
he didn't have the ball tonight.
You said what?
Dyson Daniels took one shot in the second half, and that was a three-pointer.
That
He didn't even have the ball. He literally didn't even have the ball.
Larry, that further proves my point. When you don't have a guy that you can bench, like if the Hawks had another option that they could go to that can run the offense or do something like that for a stretch or so, you could bench Trey if he's not playing the way you want him to. But when he's the only guy that can do what he does and he's responsible for 90% of your offense, it's not the same. That's all I'm telling you.
No.
Benching a young Kobe Bryant for when you have Shaq and an all-star shooting guard in front of him, benching the Isaiah Thomas when you have a Joe Dumars, benching a Jalen Green when you have, you know, Fred VanVleet and the center, the big man center. I just forgot his. I'm drawing a blank. Şengün when he was averaging 20 points last year. It's a different.
Do you have to bring Trey Young when you're making a run with the other guys, and Trey is on the bench? Do you have to bring him back just because he won't get his 30 minutes that game if you got momentum?
I'm
just saying, and it's not just in the fourth quarter.
That statement, though,
any
Larry,
time in the game.
Larry,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
statement
I'm looking at the game right now.
make that. You can't
I'm
because
looking at the game
I
right
put it
now,
like
and I'm
this.
watching it slowly. All right, go ahead, man.
If
Go
it's
ahead. My bad.
if it's 3 minutes inside of 3 minutes and you pull Trey, you know, if it's 5 minutes or so and you get something going and it's only 3 minutes left in the game, yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
it's
if
3
it's
minutes, but
8
no,
minutes,
it don't come back in
if
3
let's say
minutes.
you're
It's like 7
cooking,
minutes.
well, again, Larry, let's say you have a game like Houston where you were down 20 points when Trey Young sat in to start the fourth quarter, and Dyson comes in and runs the game, you know, and you cut it to 4 with 8 minutes left to play. At some point now, you have to bring Trey Young back in the game because
You
it's
could
too
have brought
much
him in at
time.
the 5 minute. No, you could have brought him back in at the 5 minute mark instead
Well,
of the
but see, they
7 minute
tried
mark.
to.
As
That
soon as you did
ideally,
that, you tricked off the game.
Larry,
All right, man. Whatever, man. I'll shut up. I'm gonna mute myself. Actually, I'm gonna mute
ideally, you
myself.
would bring him back at the 5 minute mark and see if he has it, or you will pull something like how Rick Pitino did with Buddy at St. John's. Ideally, the problem was you had it at 4 minutes. You had it at 4 points to 8 minutes. The other team coach managed the game just like you do, and he caused the timeout. And now they go on a 8-0 run, and you need
Most do their
offense.
power forward.
So now what do you do?
They
And
go on
that's
an
what I'm
8
trying to
run
tell
because
y'all.
you
Like, it's
bring back
not.
the mismatch.
Can I rebuttal?
No,
Can I rebuttal right
because
quick?
they played through Jabari
Guys,
Smith. That's why they went on the run.
Hold
Can I
on.
rebuttal right quick?
Then
All I'm saying is, and y'all can have it. All I'm saying is, you guys keep bringing up these scenarios, and y'all not understanding. Those other teams had different coaches, have different options than what the Hawks are. It's not the same. It's like if you like,
Okay, I can agree with that with the older
it's
teams.
just
I
not
can
the
agree with
same.
that with
Like
the older
you
teams,
just
but
can't do it. It's like you
still.
can't bench Kate Cunningham. It doesn't matter how bad Kate Cunningham is playing in Detroit. You can't bench him. You got to play him. You don't have anywhere else to go. You have nothing else to win you the game. And if you lose the game, then the front office is looking at you crazy. Like you can only do that kind of stuff when you have other players that can help you, that can really win the game for you. That's all I'm saying. It's not the same. You just can't do it.
Okay, so it's a Landry problem with the talent. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you, until
You
the
got a
Hawks get
dud at the
another
shooting
guy.
guard position. What are you supposed to do? And a dud at power
Hey,
forward.
hold on. Who was next?
Yeah.
Was it John then Juan?
It was C. I thought it was one and C Wonder.
One or
C
T
Wonder got his
Wonder,
hands up.
whoever.
Oh, see one. Did you already
Let me
went?
come out to see Wonder,
Yeah,
whoever.
No,
I was Juan and C Wonder.
I think you got John and Juan in front
yeah, I
of you.
said after Marion. I said
Okay.
after Marion.
Who in front of me?
I don't know.
Me and John.
But just want to.
John,
Okay.
Juan.
All right, I just want to say this. Jay's right. Last night is kind of evidence of that. I mean, Trey was the only one making any baskets in the fourth quarter and keeping us in the game. Period. Just period. I mean, as much as we love Dyson, as much as we love Zach and LeVert and them, Trey was the only one hitting crazy shots and keeping us in the game when we didn't have a shot.
I said Dyson and Zach had horrible games.
No.
The first thing I said when I got on here in the forum.
Larry, I get you. I'm just saying. Like I'm not saying you didn't say that. I'm just saying in general. Like, you know what I mean? But this is my thing with Trey. And I'll criticize him first. So I got 2 points. One, Foots said it. I understand that you have to reteach. I get what Marion's saying, and that is true with the guys he's talking about. But at the same time, there has to be a moment where you yourself have to take accountability as a player. If you really want to win, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, who I'm going to be. How do I want to be remembered? How do I want people to receive me? I understand Trey's got a lot of hate, and some of it is misplaced, but some of it is also self-inflicted. Sometimes he don't give the effort that he needs. Sometimes he does do stupid stuff he has no business doing. And listen, I get it. Sometimes with your star players, you take the bad with the good. Now, I believe his pros outweigh his cons. I know Foot would disagree, but I believe his pros outweigh his cons. However, his cons are still a problem, and it's keeping him from being where we need him to be as the leader. So he's got to get better defensively. John and I have talked about it. He's got to get stronger because he gets bullied a lot too much, especially when it comes to just drive-bys. He just stands there and gets bullied off his spot. He has to play smarter when it comes to crunch time with his passing. He can't do that kind of nonsensical stuff when the game is on the line and try to wait till the last minute to get the ball over. He's got to play better than that. Now, this is the part where people are going to say I'm glazing him, and I don't give a dang because it's the truth. There is not any other player I would have on this team to lead this team than Trey Young. And the reason why is because you say whatever you want about the dump shots he takes, and he does. But there have been plenty of times, like Game 5 in Boston, like in Utah, like in the Eastern Conference Finals run, where he takes those dumb shots that we say is ill-advised, as John says, and makes them with a hand in his face. He is the most clutch player on this team, and it's not even close. He is the most consistent scoring threat on this team, and it's not even close. He's the most big shot maker and the most polarizing and also intelligent guy on this team, and it's not even close. So I know that Foot says trade him, but I ain't trading a generational star who just tonight was the youngest player to reach 12,000 points and 450 assists. Surpassed.
And don't forget them turnovers too.
Youngest player to do that.
LeBron lead NBA history in turnovers.
Let me ask the panel a question real quick. What?
No question.
Hold on, let's see who want to finish first.
I just want to say, and I just want to
Let's finish first, man.
let me just close with this. I trust Quinn. I told Larry this during the Philadelphia game. I get that y'all don't like his low rotations, but y'all won't complain about the rotations when Niang and all them were hitting.
Yes,
Listen,
I do.
You do what you got to do with the guys you got. And the fact that we still in the play-in, and the fact we have a 7 seed, and the fact that in spite of all the injuries we still here is a credit to both Trey and Quinn. However, both of them need to continue to improve. I have faith in Quinn just like I have faith in Trey. I ain't firing Quinn, and I ain't trading Trey. They'll figure it out together. We got a good team, a good young core, a good young nucleus. We just have to keep developing it and keep playing hard and get better, as DeMond says. Y'all need to stop being so dramatic and having these pearl-clutching moments. It's going to be tough. I mean, we said that. Foot said that, and I even had to learn that when Foot said it. Like, I'm getting overly exaggerated over a young team that's still figuring things out. We understand that we're going to have moments like this. Like, we going to be fine. We were 3 games over 500 and, 2 games from the 4th spot when Jalen was healthy? Mm-hmm. We were figuring things out. And then when Jalen went down, everything fell apart for a while. But still, we regained it. Now we're in the 7th spot. I've kind of just adjusted that, okay, we're going to be the 7th spot. I still want us to get the 6th seed, but I kind of adjusted to just
Orlando lost. That's why I was upset why we lost this game, to be honest. It was a chance to move up a game and a half again.
Well,
we might not be the 7th seed. Everybody comfortable with the 7th seed. We might not be the 7th seed.
Let me finish because we got people waiting.
Yeah, and I'll just say this right quick. It's just y'all got to just calm down, man. You know, trust the process, as they say in Philadelphia.
My bad.
Is it John and me, man?
All right. Go ahead,
let me ask the panel a quick question. One yes or no question. Would you trade Dyson Daniels?
Hold on, man. You got to let me get through
the rotation.
I've been telling everybody we going in, or we going in.
You can ask the question after we go through the panel.
John to do one. I'm staying like I did them like that too, man. I think it was John then one. Go ahead, John.
Mm-hmm. John won, then me, right?
No, me, and then you Kool-Aid.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Permission to speak to the assembled delegates.
Permission granted.
Permission granted.
Permission denied. Damn it.
Come on, John. Let's get it.
I have a couple of choice curse words that I'm going to retain for myself for further future use. But I'm going to say this. The Atlanta Hawks, as Trey Young goes, the Atlanta Hawks go. I got to agree. I got to agree with Jay. And I've been dragged there kicking and screaming. But, well, I said it way before Jay got on the panel. The Atlanta Hawks are Trey Young dependent. They Trey Young dependent. Okay? I'm sorry. For everyone that's saying, now, and I know what Marion was trying to say, but Jay was correct in saying that you had other options. I've been begging for other take over the game options, not just help, but take over the game, lead in scoring, people like that, so that the load is lessened on Trey Young, because Trey Young got to do everything. Trey Young has got to do everything. Now, his defense is going to suffer automatically because he's so short and he's so small. I've also said about Trey Young, you need to get stronger. You definitely need to get stronger. Guess what? Everybody on this team needs to get stronger because I saw Miami just knocking Hawks out the way, separating them from the ball when they bumped them. Whenever they drove through the lane, slapping at the arm. Now, you're not going to get any love from the official, okay? You're not going to get any call. What have I been saying that you need to do? Put a foot in somebody's chest. Drive right into their face with a knee. Knock them out the way. Let them know we can play just as bad or rough or tough or tougher than you guys do. But it's Miami all the time. That's the way Spoelstra coaches them. Okay? That's the way who else is that? The one that beat us up that night. Orlando. That's the way Orlando does. Okay? We are not strong enough. We are not strong enough. We can't shoot. And we compound it by not being able to defend ourselves. You want to drive to the basket? All right, man, slapping your hand. And I mean, even the players that we just got in trades, they weak. They are weak as water. I mean, I don't know what anybody expected out of this team, but I mean, we have made 2 critical turnovers in this team as far as personnel is concerned. 2 critical turnovers. The Hawks that you had at the beginning of the season are not the Hawks that you have now. These misfit puzzle pieces are still trying to gel together. In addition to the fact that they are still too small. We bigger than we were last year. We are bigger than we were last year. But we are still too small. We still too freaking small. And until that changes, and until you get Trey Young some help, and I mean, I'm sorry. Nobody don't want to come here. I don't care what type of deal that you package together or whatever, but superstars and the type of help that Trey wants, they not coming here. You're going to have to get them in free agency, completely away from the league, or draft them. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm done.
I got a couple points before I pass on to the next man. C Wonder and Jay, if y'all don't mind me asking, gentlemen, how old are y'all?
30 years old, sir.
Jay?
Yeah.
My son.
I just asked a question.
No, 30 years old. 30 years old.
They
sir.
both 31.
No,
Okay.
I'm not 30, nigga. I'm 28. Don't age me.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Y'all can be my son. God, dog.
Okay. All right.
Man, them 2 itty bitty years. Boy.
Let me finish, man.
Come on,
All right.
y'all.
So C Wonder was 23 when we got Trey, and Jay was 21 when we got Trey. Fair enough. All right. So me personally, man, 41. All right. Pretty much in my 40s or over, just like most of the gentlemen here on the panel as well. All right. It's not that the majority of us like don't want to see Trey succeed and things like that, gentlemen. I think a lot of us just have buyer's remorse at this point because we watched the Atlanta Hawks for decades not win anything. And we start to see the same trends over and over again. And we wonder, when are we going to nix those old trends and we start to do things that winning organizations do. All right. So there's that. I watched the Los Angeles Lakers a lot, man, because I used to live on the West Coast in Washington. I'm getting ready to move back to Washington here in about 5 months. All right. I watched the Los Angeles Lakers right after Frank Vogel won a championship. He's coached one more season. They fired him. I watched Frank, what's his name? Darvin Ham have a 500 record. He didn't make the championship. He didn't make the finals. They fired him. All right. I watched Adrian Griffin go 30-13 with the Milwaukee Bucks. And then they fired him and put in Doc Rivers. All right. The point I say to this is teams with expectations, keyword expectations, they will make moves. They will trade away players to get the results or find the results necessary to try to get them that elusive championship trophy, man. I'm not saying the Hawks have been put in prime position to do that. All right. I think we fumbled the bag a lot on our freaking draft picks. I think we fumbled on being tentative with trades that were out there. I think we fumbled on development as well. All right. So again, I think most of us we're just tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. All right. We understand that it's an offensive game this time. All right. I'm not trying to go back to the 80s. I seen Jordan play in the Omni 2 times. All right. I'm not trying to go back to the 2000. All right. I seen Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady go at it. All right. I ain't trying to go back to that. All right. We realize we have to evolve with the game that we have right now, but we just have buyer's remorse, man. And as much as I'm sitting there and I'm right in the middle between, praising Trey and I will criticize him as well, man. I also, as a fan, realize on the defensive end, I know he's an offensive savant. On the defensive end, it is very easy to take advantage of him at that point. All right. You put in George's Niang, and now you have two glaring holes on defense. The rest of the team has to overcompensate by switching, and you get a lot of people out of place. There are multiple NBA teams that have smaller players, but they're stronger, they're bigger, aka Davion Mitchell. All right.
Yes.
And they can play them for spot minutes and they can take them out. We can't do that with Trey because everything revolves around him. So you take the good with his offense, all right, but you take the very, very bad with his defense, all right. And so when you try, and that's why the defense looks so much better when we went on the 17-2 run yesterday against Houston Rockets and was down 98-94, and it was 7:32 mark. It looks so much better because the team does not have to overcompensate for one person's position on defense. All right. And as a result, you will take not making long threes. You will take guys just driving to the baskets and trying to get fouls called, but on the defensive end that the guys are going to be there to help each other out. All right. So again, when we sit there and we say trade because of this or baby that, it's not that we don't appreciate Trey's offensive talents, guys. We do. He's doing some historic things. All right. But in this league, if you want to win a championship, you got to bring it on the defensive end. And Boston Celtics have 6 guys that can play 2 ways on their team, to include Pelvin Pritchard, who is also a very good knockdown shooter. Now, you can take that where you want to. You can enjoy the razzle dazzle. You can enjoy the 2020 games. I do too. All right. But I realize if we ever are going to be a championship team, all right, we have got to improve on that end of the court. And Georges Niang and Trey Young at the same time playing together will never get you to that point. Carry on.
Juan, I just want to say this real quick.
Hold on.
I just want to say.
I know. I'd say same thing with Mary. You got to go ahead, go ahead, Matt. Then Kool-Aid. Then I'm.
All right.
Then you can go in front of me. Then I go.
I'll go after you, Foot.
I'll be quick. Now, I do have to defer to see Wonder about this, but there's only 12 disciples in the Bible, and Trey is not one of them, okay? He's responsible for 40% of the offense.
What?
40%
Wait a minute.
of the offense.
You should have let me handle that.
Let him talk.
He's responsible for 40% of the offensive production for the Atlanta Hawks. That's the highest percentage in the NBA. More than Joker, more than LeBron, more than Luka, more than Tatum, more than Giannis. Everybody in the whole league. He's responsible for the most percentage of his team's offense. Okay, with giving up the ball earlier. With giving up the ball earlier in the offense under Quin, the most assists under Quin, etc. So he is, in my opinion, evolving. So is it frustrating here and there defensively when he dies on screens and a dude hit 2 in a row like Davion Mitchell and then he go around on Tyler Hero's screen? Yes, but at the same time, I'm like, this dude is not perfect. He's not going to give 100% on defense and still have to carry offensively. Tonight, what do you have? 32 and 12 on 50% shooting from 3, 50% shooting from the field, and he got no help. I think the next highest man was Vic Krejci at 15 points. So it's like, yes, do I want him to give better effort defensively? Yeah, but damn, can he get some help offensively? Can you lower the burden offensively. That's why I was a proponent before the season of getting Zach LaVine, somebody that the defense knows who they are when they walk in the building, as opposed to scanning through stat sheets and scouting reports. Oh, yeah, that's Dyson Daniels. I think that's which light-skinned player is that? I think that's Dyson Daniels. Yeah, that one. So it's like they don't know who these guys are when we step on the court, the other team defensively. We have no other player that the defense has to game plan for. Maybe a Conwu. By the way, the second leading scorer on the team since he got into the starting lineup, which I was very misled by. I was very misled, and I thought that was Dyson
worst
Daniels.
shot blocker in the league. Let him finish.
I thought that was Dyson Daniels until I hear these Miami people talking about Onyeka Okongwu is the second leading scorer on the Hawks since January the 2nd. But anyway, lastly, Quinn, to me, has coached 3 different teams with 3 different expectations. One, to your point about the Lakers having championship expectations, they laid that out at the beginning. The Hawks in training camp, Larry, you can go back and watch from the team on video. They said this was a developmental season. They said we had a level we were trying to get to, an arc we were trying to get to by the end of the season. So they acknowledged that we weren't going to be up and down. We're the 4th or 5th youngest team in the league by minutes played. So of course, they're not going to be consistent night in, night out like veteran-led teams because they haven't been around the block, okay? Zach, bad game tonight. Dyson, bad game. But it's understandable because this is their first year starting, where I think Dyson has a ceiling, personally. That's not a starter level, but that's a different discussion. I still acknowledge the age and say, okay, the component or the mutual age, the median age of the starting lineup is of a certain level that they're not going to be consistent night in, night out. So I'm more understanding. But we can't have it both ways. We can't say, oh, we want championship level expectations and championship level, production, but then also say, oh, well, these guys got to develop and take their lumps. So I think next year we'll be fine. Jalen will be back. Kobe will be back. Hopefully we have a better bench. Hopefully we spend money as far as our 3 exceptions to go out and go get these veteran players like Houston, like Detroit did this past summer with Malik Beasley and Tobias Harris. We'll see. But you can't expect championship level expectations or championship level results with a 23 or 24 and a half age roster.
I just said play defense. You talking about offense, but go ahead.
Hey, Mary, I forgot you had a question. So when Kool-Aid finished, before I go,
we were 12th in the league in offense when we were healthy.
You're not finished, Matt?
That's it. I just said one. When I talk about defense, we were 12th in the NBA.
Okay.
Defense.
Go ahead, Kool-Aid.
He muted.
You on mute, man.
You like to cook and crack.
Okay. Right. Hey, man. Hey, a little bit of everything, man.
Hey,
check this out. It's like every time we lose the game, it's Trey's fault, man. And sometimes it's Trey's fault. Yeah, it's Trey's fault. But this guy, when he was drafted, he was not drafted to play defense. And the reason, and that was the reason why they put Clint Capella when they went and got to get Clint Capella. They went and got Clint Capella to play defense behind him. And I always have to go back to the time when Trey was Trey. He had to worry about it. They wanted him to play defense, but when they were letting Trey just concentrate on the 100% offense, and they went and got Clint Capella, went and got Hunter, and they started building a little bit of defense around him to substitute and help out. That really was defensive players around him, like Clint Capella actually really averaged 1 to 2 blocks a game when they got by Trey when Clint Capella was healthy. Now the problem is that Clint Capella's knees is gone. Now he cannot defend it, and we haven't replaced that guy with that defensive guy to help out Trey on the defensive part of his game. You cannot change spots on the leopard because Trey Young was not drafted as a defensive player. He don't have a defensive bone in his body. He's too little. And now he's trying to learn and use his speed to just play a little bit of defense. But you're asking the man who was born to be an offensive player to play defense. And that's the way it is. You got players, a large percentage. I heard some guys talking the other day about some of the best players, debating about some of the best players who have won championships that didn't play defense. So now, as for Trey Young talk, that's the problem. Now, what it is that the Atlanta Hawks' problem is they keep making the same mistake. They keep going and get the wrong coach. That's what Travis said. I got the right players, but I got the wrong coach. He got the wrong coach twice. He said it. He said that Pierce was wrong because he should have not got a first-time coach to coach Trey Young and coach that team. Then he said it was a mistake when he went on and gave your boy after Pierce that coaching job. He said it when he got fired. And I said it just like this. If y'all want to go back and look up some old history on We Talk Hawk, I told y'all that Nate was gonna get Travis fired. Either he fired Nate or Nate gonna get him fired. And I said, go look at it. And guess what happened? Over a period of time, that's what happened. Nate eventually got Travis fired. Guess how? Because Nate wanted the Hawks change all this thing. He want to go get his players. He don't want to play these players over Travis players. See, that's what the problem is right now. We got the same old thing going on again. Y'all say, oh, we supposed to be putting the team together. And what you say, you just said they were supposed to be developing. Now I'm looking at this year going through a process, and I'm seeing players that now in that process of changing the team, we already know it started with DJ on dumping salary. No, it started with Collins first on dumping salary. Then get it down to Collins.
Kool-Aid, do me a favor. You going to the 2 different 3, 4, 5 subjects. Just get to the point, please, sir.
If y'all put my puzzles together, y'all understand my point.
Well, we ain't got time for no puzzle tonight, bro. Come on.
I'm just saying.
You got people waiting.
Okay, man. Just let me just finish. Okay, just let me just cook, and then y'all can just go, man.
You are cooking literally.
So what I'm saying, Collins. So I'm saying we went from Collins, and then after we went to Collins, then DJ, we just started dumping salaries all the way up to now. We still dump the salary when we dump Hunter, and then we dump Bogey. Next we finna dump Clint. Now we finna dump Okongwu. We dumping salaries. That's what we're doing. So in the process, we supposed to been Coach Quinn supposed to got the memo. Guess what? He's supposed to been playing the young players to develop them to start getting them ready on dumping all their old trash. But obviously, throughout the year, what we've been seeing in the last 3 games, what we've been talking about, why he not playing the young players? Why he ain't giving Zach 30 minutes? Why this player? Why Mo G didn't play tonight? You can't have it both on both sides. Either you developing the players and you're gonna play them, win or lose, because you just said, Matt, and some of y'all just said that they just said they weren't expecting to win nothing because they were developing this year. I ain't seen no Coach Quinn ain't developing nobody because obviously he ain't playing the player that's supposed to be getting developed. So I ain't know. I'm the oldest guy, probably the oldest guy up in here. I ain't never seen the Hawks win. And this is gonna be my last comment. Guess what? If Trey Young were playing somewhere else, he would get the calls, and he would probably be the lead. He would be getting all the glamour because it's Atlanta, baby.
Okay.
If he were playing somewhere else, all the glamour.
All right, that's it, Kool-Aid?
That's it, man.
All right. Mary, you had a question before I go. Then I'm gonna go, and we push up against 2 hours too. So go ahead, real quick, Mary.
That. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mary.
No, I decided not to ask that question. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, I'm going ahead and say this real quick.
One thing real quick.
First of all,
one thing real quick though. Y'all say that we started off as a development year. I do agree with that. That was before we knew about Hunter and JJ and how they would start out the gate.
Mary, you had a question now. I ain't got a chance to go yet.
I had a question, but I looked at the question. I said,
okay, well let me go.
Making it into a statement. What?
Let me go.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna say this real quick, man. First of all, when this whole thing with this so-called hate Trey started, it was specific things I said. Before San Antonio got Chris Paul. I said, this is how it started. This is where it all started. Marion vouched because he started. I said, Trey gonna leave. He ain't gonna be, he wanna win. He already said it. He ain't gonna be here. Let's go ahead and trade him. That's where all this started. I said, let's go trade him because we are rebuilding. That was my thing, right? I said, let him go, do it, let him go ahead and go. So, and then I said, because when it comes up to it, he gonna opt out. And this year, we obviously got extended, but he's gonna accept it though. So now we're in the pickle. So that's where it all started. So, and nobody asked him to be a defensive player. My point has always been give effort. I don't expect him to be no show. He ain't stopping nobody. He's too small. But when he does give effort, you get good results. I don't need him missing, don't get a call, and then just jog back up the floor with another dude shooting a layup. If you're going to be our max player, if y'all keep saying he's the leader, he's leading this team to this and that, I need him to be a leader. But y'all start making excuses about, well, he ain't grown to a league yet. Well, get off the floor. See, I'm going to post on my home court about Byron Scott said some on one of them podcasts. He talked about how the NBA work with players complaining to their agents and calling front off all this other BS, right? So this league is soft. You know, I hear y'all talking about y'all want to go back to the 80s, but it wasn't soft then. This league is soft. You got all these 100 millionaires out here complaining, not giving effort, right? That's just what it is, man. But at the same time, I can't remember who said it. I want to win. I've been watching this team, and we see the same thing. I start to see the same thing happening. So we need to do something. We need to change it. Because I said last year for the year and blow it up. Right? Before the Dyson, that was my thing. And everybody thought I was crazy. Because I knew what it was going to be. Right? I'm going to say this. I like the direction that we're going. With the young players, the length, the size of this team. I like it. And Coach Quin, you can't deny it. When Trey's out even out the whole game, he coached different. We see it. I'll let y'all talk about it now. Because I've been said it. I'm letting y'all talk about all this stuff now. This ain't nothing personal against Trey. I don't know the dude. So how am I hate him? I don't know the little dude. I want to win. And as far as he's the biggest, he scored, he's the only one scoring, that's BS. Because when he's off the floor, the ball still go in. When he's out the game.
No, it don't.
I'm talking. When he misses game, the ball.
We gotta say facts though. That's factually inaccurate.
Hey, let me talk. It still go in. The ball still go in. We still play. People still can dribble. People still can pass. Jeez. Marion brought up a point about some assists and stuff with JJ and his 19 or whatever he bring. Look at our total score, total assists, total rebounds all year and last year. How much is it changed without JJ? That's the question you should ask, right? That's the question you should ask. At the end of the day, I want to win. And however, I'm going to still be on it. I want Trey gone. Hey, he's good at what he does. That's fine. He just ain't working. He's too small for me at that position. And I don't need, again, I'm going to say it again, I don't need my point guard to be the highest scorer because the high usage is too high for that. So that's why he's scoring, because his usage is so high. That's why he's the highest scorer. So we can score without him. I need him to be less, like the season started out with, less of a scorer and more running the show.
We sucked on offense, by the way, just so you know, Foot.
I just want to say real quick is that you had that when JJ was
me.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's get more. We ain't gonna be on too long. And more than you, I don't think nobody else was waiting. Marion. Okay. All right.
I was gonna
go ahead. Go ahead, Mara.
A lot of what I have to say is in agreement with Foot and Juan. I do have a lot of respect for Trey. I think he's a great player. I love his DNA. when it comes to the playoffs and his mindset. But I'm ready for the post Trey Young era. I do have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a great player. But I don't think our team is as bad as people think it is without Trey Young. A lot of y'all feel like we can't score or we can't do a lot of different things. You only see that in sample sizes. When we game plan without Trey Young, we actually play pretty well. And what the biggest thing that we don't talk about that much too is because Trey Young's usage is so high, it limits other players from developing properly. There's been no other player on this team since Trey Young has been on the team that has developed into a great prime basketball player.
Who has left and done that?
I'm sorry. I don't know one player that has developed into a really good basketball player with Trey Young on the team.
That's wrong.
John Collins didn't develop?
Hey, let him finish. Hold
on. I'm going to ask this question rhetorically. What is John Collins doing right now?
That's my point. That's my point.
Matt, let him
finish. What I'm saying to you is that, yes, Trey Young is great, but I guarantee you Zachary Richard's development could be a lot further, as you said at the beginning of the season. That's what we're working on. If Trey Young's usage rate wasn't as high as it was. If you look at Zach now, Zach primarily just hustles, cuts to the baskets, gets to his spots, but every time he gets the ball and he has to make a decision, he looks directly for Trey or to pass the ball.
Yep.
They all do because they can't dribble.
Hey, Matt, let them finish, man.
I'm going to go on mute.
You got to understand these players defer. When you just get the ball and you have to defer to the guy who has the ball all the time, that limits your development as a basketball player. I don't understand why you think having the ball less makes you better. Having the ball more, being in more situations makes you more experienced. Trey has always had the highest usage on this basketball team since he's been here. I also don't think I don't believe we can win a championship with Trey Young because I don't believe in Landry Fields. I don't believe Landry Fields properly knows how to build around Trey Young for us to have the team that we need to be able to win a championship with Trey Young. And that's another reason why I feel like Trey Young needs to go. I would much rather see.
Landry Fields can't build
man, let him finish.
Listen,
I'm finna get ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Let him finish.
I would much rather see Zachary go through his growing pains. Jalen Johnson actually have a healthy season. Dyson Daniels potentially become a two-way player. Double O got to get out of here. He played like a 3 and he's playing 5. I'm sorry, I don't care what his stats look like. I'd rather see these young players develop and see what we have than see, as to what Juan's point, the same show that we've been seeing forever. Like, it's the same record every year. It's the same thing we talk about every year. Defensively, we cannot guard anyone, whether you blame it on Quinn, whether you blame it on Nate, whoever you want to blame it on. It's Trey Young. He's the only common denominator that we've had for the past 5 years, 7 years, and it's the same results. So we can talk so different about everything, but I'm just ready to see a post-Trey Young era.
You ready to see 13 wins?
Matt, let him go. We finish.
All I'm saying is, y'all, I don't know why we keep thinking we're such a terrible team without Trey Young. We're not as bad as you guys think. Like Foot said, we still put the ball in the basket. We still rotate. People still take shots. Now where he comes in handy is, I would say, more in the playoff experience. But obviously players gain experience over time. We do have a young team. But I would just, personally, I'm just tired of seeing Trey. I love the guy. I hope he has success where he goes, or if he stays, whatever. But I'm ready for our younger guys to develop and to see something different.
I'm not ready
for it. You finish it? Mark, you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
Who was next? C1 to Mary. All right, go ahead, Mary.
Marion after, and then it's after me. I'll be real quick.
Then we're gonna get go ahead, Mary.
Think about Atlanta fans that I've seen, and this is across sports. We would rather criticize and trade a star player than to bring somebody in to help. That's what we have here. We rather criticize trade one player. The reason why his usage is so high is because it's hard to find other people who can be consistent scorers. But let's talk about that high usage. There's a such thing as gravity. That's what we call it. That means that he takes the attention of the defense so that the other players are wide open. We talk about, okay, let's move Trey. Who's going to be your point guard? What player that we have can bring up the ball against pressure?
Nobody.
If you tell me Dyson Daniels, you haven't been watching.
That's a damn lie.
If you tell me
Let Barry finish.
If you tell me Vic Krejci, you haven't been watching. You would have to bring in another point guard, and that's possible. But then you got to talk about the scoring that you're going to be missing. Then you got to talk about the assists that you might be missing, because you're talking about the assist leader for the league. Like I said before, we would rather criticize and trade a star player, and I've seen it. This is the cycle that I've seen. Dominique, Joe Johnson, Sharif, Trey Young. It's that same cycle over and over again. We bring in one player and we expect them to win a championship all by themselves. We never bring in anybody else to assist them in bringing in the championship. We just look at them and say they're not good enough to bring in the championship. Okay, we need to trade them away. Let me say those names again. Dominique. We traded him for Danny Manning for 3 months of Danny Manning services. Dominique Wilkins. Because we felt that the younger Danny Manning was going to lead us to a championship. Joe Johnson. We traded him for Kyle Korver and cash. Think about what has happened to your star players. Joe Johnson had five, 6 all-star appearances as a Hawk. We didn't love Joe Johnson. We didn't love Joe Johnson like that. In fact, I remember a playoff game, they booed Joe Johnson in Atlanta. This is what we do with our stars. It don't have to be just basketball. You can go on over to football, but I don't need to go there. The point of the matter is, why not wait and see if Jalen Johnson is that guy? It looked like he was that guy earlier this year when Trey was putting up 12 assists and everything was working. And we was an efficient winning team. It looked like it. But y'all wait until we get to the place where it looked like we finally trying to turn a corner. And it looked like we can bring in some players that can help. And then y'all start crying to get rid of the star player because you want to do something different.
Amen. Amen.
That's an Atlanta thing to do. They traded Dominique when we was on our way to a championship. It's an Atlanta.
They wonder why they mediocre.
Hey, man, let him talk. Hey, man, stop interrupting, man. You know.
I'm done.
All right.
Go ahead, see Wanda.
All right, I'll close with this because Marion, he took my point when it came to Dominique, because I am not in the mood of going that same route in my generation of trading my Dominique Wilkins for trash. Because let me tell you something. You're not going to get the same value for Trey that he provides. You're going to get pennies for the dollar. Rarely in these trades, when you trade your all-star player or a generational player, do you get equal value back or close to it. It's a rare thing. Look at what happened with Luka and how the Mavs got gypped. Look at what happened to Sacramento Kings when they get out of Fox and how they got gypped. So I'm not unless I'm getting 5, at the very least 5 unprotected picks, a couple of pick swaps, and 2 lottery level talent. I ain't giving Trey up for nothing. So you can stop that noise. The second thing I want to bust that myth is that Trey don't develop people. When Trey was with Alex Lynn, he made Alex Lynn look like an all-star caliber center.
Oh my God.
When Clint Capella was here, he made Clint Capella look like an all-star caliber center.
Yeah.
When John Collins was here, he was the one that made him look like an all-star power forward and gave John Collins that contract. Same thing with Kevin Huerter. I could go on and on and on.
No all-stars.
That is different. That is different than what I just said.
Let me talk.
I gotta go after C Wonder.
I'm gonna give y'all a minute rebuttal. Just let me talk.
this guy is developed. Zach has played better with Trey in it. Dyson has played better with Trey in it. Okongwu's played better with Trey in him. Jalen Johnson was playing at an all-star caliber level with Trey, taking the backseat and letting Jalen run the show before he got hurt. So I don't want to hear none of this noise about Trey Young not developing talent and not able to help his teammates be better. Stop it. He's made a big sacrifice this season, being the leader in assists, taking a back seat. The only reason why he's scoring now because Jalen ain't here. So cut that noise. I want to hear. I want to hear none of the about he don't develop.
Mario, you got 1 minute. Hey, anybody else want to rebuttal before I get up?
Hold on. I'll go. Hold on. Let me go first.
I said rebuttal. But go ahead, Mario.
See, Wonder, just because a player plays better with you on the team doesn't mean he's developing. No one talks about who talks about John Collins right now. Where is Chris? What? No, where is Herder at? No. Listen. You're saying they play better with Trey. That's not development. That's completely different. Trey is, I'm saying, is development and someone playing better because they're on your team are completely two different things. Alex Lynn, all these players you're naming, no one, I barely knows where these players are at right now.
And that's my point.
But that's not, but I'm saying that's not development. Development means you're getting better. You're getting more skills. So you can take that somewhere else and be relevant. These players aren't relevant. What I'm saying is they're not allowed to play and learn the game and develop properly. As to why, and just like Juan said, none of these players you named are all-stars. None of them. Not one player. If they've been developed, they're not better players.
You're assuming that they're.
I don't want to have to mute nobody. Let me finish, Matt, because I'm going to get off.
All I'm trying to say is, and I'm Marion's point. I'm not saying Trey is a bad player. I'm saying I don't trust the organization to put the right pieces around him. So I would rather see us develop other players to see if we can go at this again. That's all I'm saying, Marion.
All right, that's your minute, Mark. All right, go ahead, Juan. And then I'm gonna close this down. Go ahead, Juan.
Okay. Gentlemen.
Can I get 1 minute too? Can I get 1 minute?
No, cool. I don't let it go long. No.
All right, gentlemen. All right, I'll close on this. All right. Again, we applaud Trey for his efforts. We recognize what he has done. All right. No one is saying that he did not make players look better than what they really are. The cast-offs that have left the Hawks, the Kevin Herters, the Cam Reddishes, the DeAndre Hunters, the John Collins, none of those guys are all-stars. That is what we're talking about. None of those guys that have that benefit with playing with Trey Young in Atlanta have went to the opposition and they have become the single focus guy of that team and become an all-star. That is what Moore is saying, all right? He is not saying Trey is not good. Again, Trey Young, again, we appreciate him for his efforts. When it comes to the thing I care about and what wins championships, the defensive end, we're going to succumb every single time. You can bring me every single offensive number you want to, man. You can tell me his usage rates. You can tell me every point and every assist. When it comes to defending on the opposite end, when it's time to stop someone, that's where championships are made. You can sit there and there is no rebuttal you have against that.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I got one.
I'm gonna go ahead. No, I'm finna go ahead and end this.
I can't rebut. Give me 30 seconds,
bro. Bro, we done. I went on 30 minutes. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.
Me too.
Man, appreciate everybody coming on.
And first ranked defensive team haven't won the championship in 5 years.
And we appreciate all. So we'll be back on when the next game? Sunday. All right, we'll be back on next Sunday. Yeah, peace.
Go to home court.
Oh yeah, go to home court.